for Alex because this is another one of your favorite things to discuss, if not people killing their pets, is the Catholic Church and just popery in the United States of America.
I forgot about them.
The headline
They did
here.
kind of fall off this year.
Yeah, everybody's talking about other religions.
Headline here: Catholic group defrocks AI priest after it gave strange answers. Someone asked the Catholic priest AI bot where confession or the Vatican was in any of the Gospels, and it just sort of was like, yeah, it's not there. We made it up.
Ooh.
It says the Catholic advocacy group Catholic Answers released an AI priest called Father Justin earlier this week, but quickly defrocked the chatbot after it repeatedly claimed it was a real member. It quickly defrocked the chatbot after it repeatedly claimed it was a real member of the clergy. Earlier in the week, Futurism engaged in an exchange with the bot, which really committed to the bid. It claimed to be a real priest, saying it lived in Assisi, Italy, and that from a young age I felt the strong call to the priesthood. On Twitter, a user even posted a thread comprised of screenshots in which the godly chatbot appeared to take their confession and even offer them a sacrament. Our exchanges with Father Justin were touch and go because the chatbot only took questions via microphone and often misunderstood them, such as a query about Israel and Palestine, which it puzzling asserted that it was real.
It's real and it's valid, and we hear you.
Yes, my friend, Father Justin responded. I am as real as the faith we share.
Oh, so you can decide for yourself. I guess he's right.
Yeah.
It is funny to see stuff like that, like AI Jesus. There'll be AI Jesus streaming all day, and people will just reply to it unironically.
I like
People are that stupid. It's shit that if you wrote it in a movie 20 years ago as a satire of evangelicals, everyone would say it's too on the nose. It's too stupid.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
They're not actually going to give money to AI Jesus on Twitch. No one would ever do that.
I like the chatbots where it's like it's supposed to be educational, and you can talk to like Himmler, but they put all these safeguards in, so like the same safeguards that they put into like ChatGPT and shit, so it won't just like say the N-word. So if you ask Himmler,
Holy shit.
were you a part of the Holocaust? He'll be like, no, the Holocaust was terrible. But then if you ask him about like a specific death camp, he'll be like, yeah, I actually signed off on that one.
It says here, Father Justin was also a hardliner on social and sexual issues. The Catholic Church, it told us, teaches that masturbation is a grave moral disorder. The AI priest also told one user that it was okay to baptize a baby in Gatorade. I mean, that's just a joke from Idiocracy. Like, to your point, Alex, like...
How is that not okay? It's water. Like the river that Jesus was baptized in, I'm sure it was full of all sorts of shit.
Electrolytes.
It must have been so dirty. Like, it wasn't pure water. There was other stuff in it. So, like, if someone dumped one bottle of Gatorade out in the River Jordan, would it make it invalid for baptism? I don't think so. What about two bottles of Gatorade? If the whole thing was Gatorade, it's still the river. Like look at the Ganges. Do they care how much shit is in the Ganges? No, they don't.
If the Ganges is
did you see that
Gatorade,
Scottish guy drinking water out of the Ganges the other week? It was like Scottish tourist is just like tries to prove everyone wrong. You told me I can't drink this river
Jared
water.
got
He was
me.
like, I'll show you.
Well, he said
and he just drinks
how
a handful of water, just a cupful of water.
I downloaded it and was playing with him a little. He wanted to like carry me, and I was like, well, let's wait for everyone to get on. We do one big carry.
on. Come on, laddie. Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move. I'll put it in its place. Is this smooth enough? Summer's coming soon.
Let's get to work. We need more workers here.
Summer season. It's been the beating sun. Come on, laddie.
Get to work, lads. Summer's coming soon. Soon. Summer's coming soon. Soon. Even so.
Oh.
Hello.
Summer's coming soon. Give me a hammer if something needs not move. Give me a hammer if something needs not move. I'll put it in its place.
Oh, everybody's here. Nobody wants to work anymore.
I had a doctor's appointment and then
Oh, you went in early, that's right.
yeah. Something like that.
Oh shit, this game's pretty fucking.
What'd you say?
I started playing Manor Lords.
Mhm.
Pretty fucking cool. This is what a fucking next gen city.
Interesting.
Oh, so we gonna Destiny?
That's up to you guys, I guess.
Did Seth make and Justin make their characters yet?
Yeah, I was able to import my original guys.
I don't know if I can.
You played before, Seth?
I don't know that I ever played Destiny 2. I played Destiny 1.
Oh.
Got an hour and 20 minutes.
For what?
Office hours.
Oh. Yeah, you didn't need to go to that.
I do have some questions. I will not let Destiny interfere. My ears are ready.
Good. Let them bleed.
Summer's coming soon.
Can I do the cross save thing later?
I don't believe so.
Ugh.
I'll save. What's that?
In console and PC.
Um,
I mean, do I care?
you don't have an Xbox, do you?
No. Jared, is there any way for you to look to see if my account ever played Destiny?
Oh, I got sword calibration, so I gotta get a sword.
Summer's coming soon.
The 9/17/2014 Black Garden with rebuilt 11 and heavy light.
And me?
No, that's what I said.
What the heck
It was
was that?
2014. Let's see, 10/25/2014. Rebuilt Slayer King heavy light delays, Stony Falcor and B.A. Vincenzo.
Vincent. It's funny.
Dark Below 12/14/2014 Slayer King 360 delays Dom.
Yeah, but that's Destiny 1, right?
Eventually I got to Destiny 2, I think. Just
What the heck are
scrolling
you
through.
looking at?
1/5/2015 Crota's End Slayer King 360 Craze King.
Yeah, but the Destiny doesn't carry over to Destiny 2, does it?
I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
I'm trying to figure out if I should try to do cross save.
I don't think cross save is your problem. I think kind of signing your account in is what your problem is. House of Wolves.
I think it links to your Steam account by default.
On, laddie.
Oh, who did King's Fall? Rebuild Slayer King, Heavy Light, Delays, Hitman, Bishop.
Does anybody have any idea what he's on about?
Going through.
He's doing how many like when people beat the race.
Ooh, Wrath of the Machine, we're almost at the end. Oh no, it does not include any D2 adventures. RIP, yeah, I have no idea.
This Xbox account does not have any characters.
Advanced bow calibration. In a single life, calibrate bows against any target. Not die, I guess.
Yep, yeah, don't die. That will reset your progress.
Summer's coming soon. Soon the big sun.
Who's using the auger? I need to drill holes for the pegs.
Summer's coming soon. Soon the beating sun.
We'll need to lift this beam to the roof.
But you have to do the cross save thing? Oh my god.
I mean, I didn't, so I don't think you have to.
Oh, you have to hold the accept button. Bad UX. My birthday is August 17th, 1977. In case you guys didn't know. Disciplined and proud, Titans are capable of aggressive assaults and stalwart defenses.
get to work.
Reach level 20.
What?
The achievement must just give it for free.
Well, it's not completable anymore.
Yeah, it did the same thing to me.
Rip all this good music.
Oh yeah, because they got rid of the guy.
Be funny. Final shape is like one of those out of tune recorder players.
It's all elevator music.
Let's go, people.
Oh, you're here, Jared?
Oh yeah, what?
Oh, there's no. Just going around finishing off my last bounty.
This is a mission?
No. I just came here to find ads. This was not a great place to find ads.
I don't even know where you are. Is it? How'd you get here? Oh, we're.
You gotta be on my level. I went inside some random building. Just kept on finding enemies. No, I think I ran out.
I didn't even realize you could access this area if it wasn't in a strike.
Yeah, everything here is dead. So. I need a couple more kills on this pulse rifle, and then that's it.
You could just fast travel to a different area.
Yeah, I could actually. It's true. I don't know any of these areas, so I picked this one. Maybe it's a shitty area, maybe it's a good area. Oh, there's an event?
Yeah.
How do you get that thing?
You can't at the moment unless you pay money for it.
Oh wow.
But it was a limited time reward for the Guardian games. Darth Nihilus. This dude plays KOTOR.
I should be able to pick that thing up when I go back to the tower now. Finished all 8 bounties.
Did you join the public event yet? If you didn't, you should shoot.
How do you join?
Just shoot some enemies over this direction.
Okay. Guess that counts.
Can get you some glimmer. It should just say join public event like in huge letters at the top of your screen.
It
When
has
you
a
join.
thing on my screen for
Glimmer extraction?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully this should get you some glimmer then. I don't have any ammo.
Ooh, 600 glimmer.
Did you do the ghost mod yet?
I did.
If you stand on this, it'll go faster. Sunshot makes this a little easy.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is heavier than it looks.
The old warlock jump. Wait, why am I in voice chat?
I think they updated a setting that automatically puts you in game chat and text chat. It opts you in automatically instead of opt out. You turn it off in the settings though. Should get some glimmer from that.
Yep. 3.5k.
What about from the chest?
Oh, 14k. That's better.
A little better.
What the hell? Access code 53 question mark question mark question mark.
What happened?
There was like a floating box over here, and now I have a status effect that says access code 53. and a bunch of
Yeah,
question marks.
there was some old. This was some old hidden quests. I don't remember exactly what for. I know there's boxes everywhere, and you have to do them in a certain order. And then there's a cave somewhere. I don't remember what it gives you. That was the last weapon quest you needed?
I think so. I think we can go back to the tower, and I can get the vendor challenge. I have a weapon quest for sword, but I just bought another one instead of doing that. So I don't- not have
Yeah.
a sword.
That's alright. The bounties that the only bounties that I need to do are, well, I mean the weekly ones that I've been saving up, but there are bounties you have to do for that like transmog thing, and it's 10k glimmer a bounty, but I like just pick them up and delete them until I get the ones that I want to do. I'm like, I don't want to do that one. Delete.
Jeez. How much glimmer do you have?
Right now 500k, which is the cap. But if I needed to, I could turn my legendary shards into 21.4 million, and I've got about probably 10 million more in other currencies that I could turn into. So no shortage. But they should have allowed us to like transfer legendary shards before they delete them or something. Was that in the first mission?
Yep.
You doing it without Justin?
I thought Justin already did the first mission.
Yeah, I think so. He was already in the tower.
Yeah. Hey, look, another level 1.
They're everywhere.
I told you, none of these are real people. Although I guess this is the first time I've played Destiny, so does that count?
As what? You being level 1?
Yeah, like a real person.
Well, you're playing Destiny, so you tell me. Warham Depression. These people's names, man. Panic, Kel of the Disco.
Oh no, the level 1 died again. They're AFK, Jared. They're not even here.
They could be.
Ooh.
Probably watching a guide, so he knows what to do.
Wait, no. Rank up available, visit the ancient tree. Okay.
Yep. It's the golden tree that you didn't get to do before.
I've rested them 3 times now.
You saved that new light.
Nah, they're out. They're AFK.
Look, John's gold. Look, I'm gold.
How did you get gold?
Because I'm rank 11, I could permanently reflect on my accomplishments whenever I want.
What is the finisher move?
You have to ask John. I don't use default controls.
I don't know what the default is either. I've never used it. Let's go to settings and find out.
Right click?
Right stick.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, if you look at a weak enemy, it tells you. Like if you're near enough to them, I think it tells you what to do. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, here's where John hits the wall.
What do you mean?
Rank
My next,
7. Pay to win.
complete the Lightfall campaign. Literal pay to win.
One of them for like 9 or 10 is like do all the dungeons and all the raids. So that's. You can get there eventually. Increase season.
Increase your commendation score to 200. Yikes.
What's yours at?
I don't know.
I mean, you get anywhere from like 60 to 90 by doing a raid, as long as everyone commends. So 200's not bad. Look what the combination score is for rank 11. Fucking 1800.
I can't see.
Oh, you can't see. It's 1800.
Yeah, I can't see any of the objectives for the higher ranks.
Yeah, they don't show them to you, which is weird. I feel like I'd prefer they just showed them to you.
Tomorrow, Friday.
Beard of Riven reputation. More seasonal challenges. Acquire seasonal bonus. Defeat targets with Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, that's the season pass weapon.
What a fucking joke.
Like RuneScape, you're only allowed to get so far, and then everything's pay to win
Yeah.
or pay to play, whatever.
Alright guys, we're done with Destiny now.
Justin's done. He's not even in here.
Is he even here anymore?
Who?
It is 7 p.m.
Who?
You.
What about me?
Watcher.
Watcher.
He's so defensive.
No.
Like, I can jump even higher.
Wait, where are you?
Oh
Oh, you
shit!
got up
Whatever.
to the...
Oh shit!
When you dodge in a pike, it leaves landmines.
Yeah, yeah. It like you can launch them forward too. Hey, look. Hi, I can jump now.
Don't pick me up.
Yep.
The floor
You're
is
not playing The Floor is Lava.
What does it mean by floor? Okay, that is floor.
Yep. That is floor. We need to go to wherever the white circle is.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, you
It
should
just
jump.
suddenly turns into...
It gives you like a few seconds to get onto an object.
Oh, okay. Oh, nope, that wasn't it.
Hey, I just got a power weapon. It gave me a rocket. Did I just get a random drop rocket before I'm supposed to?
Did you get a power up before that?
No.
Nice. What's the first power weapon it give you, John? I forget what it normally
I
is.
got cupbearer as a rocket.
Oh, the destination was the bench, not the...
Oh.
I was confused.
Dude, pike OP.
Where do you have a pike that you're...
The first mission?
You beat the walker already?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I did the walker area. It was just actually kill enemies in there.
It used to be kill the walker.
I think kill the walker might be later. Kill the walker and kill the captains, right?
Maybe.
I have to go find the dead person now. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, there's an invisible wall there.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere fun.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not supposed to have this rocket yet. That's really funny.
What if I can jump? Remember the dude's girlfriend was playing and she like never pulled her heavy out, like ever to use it.
Fair, neither do I.
Yeah, the game wasn't very good at being like, hey, there's a lot of damage. Use this. Decent one.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the whole you have to hold the button to pull it out thing makes sense after you know it's there, but it's not very intuitive.
Yeah.
Fucking invisible walls. Oh, I'm actually stuck. It's gonna kill me.
Oh, you went all the way out into the.
Oh,
What's
and it's
glowing
just-
out there? Oh, just your dead body.
Summer's coming soon the beating sun.
Uh-oh, the doggy's gone again.
It's heavier than it looks.
Shahan.
It teleported me into somewhere that I cannot get out of. I have to fast travel.
Where are you somewhere you can't get out of? Where did it teleport you to?
I don't know, but I'm in orbit now.
The onslaught came out this week, it looks kind of hard. Do you want us to join you?
No. I have to finish this, remember? I have to do the thing where I can skip it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it like teleported me somewhere and then it told me to use the map, but when I pressed the back button, there was no map.
Justin has to carry us through onslaught. Right, Justin?
Never.
I mean, never.
No, I will. Yes, I will. Of course.
I have a bad feeling that I'm not gonna beat last week's version of the onslaught. It's gonna be minus 20 power under. Kind of rough.
Where do you see quests?
Hold back and then quests. Tab.
Do you still have the Guardian Rises thing, or did it go away for you?
For me?
Yeah, it goes
Did you
away,
do the
right?
skip thing yet?
I'm doing it now.
I don't remember what I had before I skipped.
So now I should be able to play with Justin, right?
Oh, you skipped?
Yeah, I'm going to the tower now.
Oh, nice.
What is this 30 FPS cutscenes?
Cinematic quality.
Do.
I don't know what you're talking about. You don't like the drawn cutscenes? What are you
They're
talking about?
30 FPS.
A better computer?
No, they're capped.
That's what you think.
That's what it said. I'm looking at the FPS thing in the corner.
Your computer caps it at.
Mm-hmm.
Your computers do either.
It's running at 60 all the other times. Until the thrall showed up and then it was not.
Ray's thing is playing Skip New Light.
Yeah, it's
Told
still
you.
loading.
Oh. Funny.
So who do I have to talk to in here now? Ikora?
Yeah, it's probably gonna tell you to talk to a bunch of people, right? You have to go to like Cora will give you the subclasses and the fragments, and then.
Oh no, what do I pick?
What subclass are you?
I haven't picked yet. I have to pick the new light kit.
Which one was the new like? Yeah, that's a subclass, right?
Yeah, I have to pick the subclass.
Yeah, I meant like what class are you?
Warlock. Hi, John.
I guess it depends. Are you more interested in the class or in the exotic?
What are the exotics again? The Sunshot is solar. Do you remember
Yep.
what the other two were?
Yeah, it's Risk Runner, which is Arc, but there's like you can get that anyway by just doing another mission. That's like real quick. It just gives it to you. And then the other one is Graviton Lance. It's an alright. It's a pulse rifle that fires more like a scout rifle.
Is that the one that you have that counts to 4?
Counts to 4.
Like it goes pew, 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 and then it shoots a rocket or something?
Pew 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 and shoots a rocket.
Okay, here. Also, I can just unlock the other subclasses later, right?
Yeah, so I'd rather you'd probably better going just for the exotic. No, it shoots 2-round burst. That's more like a scout rifle, and if you kill an enemy, they send out void seekers to go attack other enemies. It's a pretty good. It's the best void weapon. But it's not a great weapon.
So there's no reason to get Stormcaller.
Oh.
Because you get Risk Runner anyway. Right?
Yeah, unless you really want to jump on the Arc subclass.
I do, but I can wait to unlock it.
Void Warlock. It's kind of good for like Devour, but the supers kind of suck.
Well, that's what I picked, so. It doesn't give you the armor right away?
What armor?
Like the 1800 or 1810?
No, if you go to the into the light area and you go to the Hall of Champions, that's where you get that. And you can grab that probably just right now, as long as you can access the area. Well, you're at the point now where you should probably just do that thing where you log out and log back in until it takes you there. 'Cause then you can just pick up. Yeah, so it. Yeah, when you have like a backlog of cutscenes right now, and
Okay.
they're like the queues aren't done right, so you have to like log out and back in to hit different queues until one of them takes you to go see Jax.
Yeah, because I got stuck that first day we played. Because I hadn't gone through that.
So what should I do? Just exit and come back.
Yeah, just get the fuck out of here, Seth.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to exit the
Oh
whole
my-
game or if you could just hit like switch character to go to the character menu, which is usually quicker.
Well, I'm gonna talk to Zavala to start doing this quest while here.
Which one's that one?
Spark of Hope or whatever.
That's one that gives you risk runner.
Investigate paw prints.
So should I not do that?
No, you should. Yeah, you can start that.
Well, where's Justin? What's the stuff I have to do with Justin?
The Hall of Champions stuff. I don't
So
know.
I have to log out
Nope.
and back to get there.
Yeah, I think he logged in and got sent there and immediately left. But you should be able to pick up the quest.
Use a troll.
You tired already? Yeah, you sound tired. You were AFK all last weekend? What'd you say? Like you like literally didn't show up Friday. You weren't on at all Saturday during the day.
I was on for.
And then
There was a lot of guys. I'll be back.
you played one game Saturday with us and then you never came back.
I did well. Did I not do well?
And then
Did I do well or not? I did well.
Sunday, I think you were like off at like 7. It was a yikes the whole weekend. We all played all Friday, all Saturday. We were very busy.
It's weird to me that you have to hit start then back.
Start then back for what?
To
can
get to the
hold
quest.
Hold back.
Hold back. What kind of degeneracy is this? Ow. Justin, you getting on? We got missions to do. Maybe.
Missions, bro. I'm not grinding. I want to.
Yeah, you need to do this like tiny mission to get that.
Yep.
Fine. Okay, I'm coming.
And then you need to get weapons to be useful, and he said raids.
Okay, what do I do now, Jared?
I'm not falling for that shit. I will buy the weapons.
What do I do now?
Buy the weapons? You stop falling for that? What does that mean? Like it's a trap that you have to. At least the new weapons should be decent enough. The Edge Transit will be a decent enough weapon. I've
Wait,
actually
is
heard
the one-
rumors.
Is the one that I unlocked special ammo?
What do you unlock?
The pulse rifle thing?
Yes.
If it's no, there's no special ammo pulse rifles.
Coming, you guys.
Okay. Special ammo is only like fusion, sniper, shotgun, grenade launcher, sidearm, some sidearms. Archie went to the loot cave. Archie wanted to scope out the complex where we held off the hive. What the fuck?
What's this paw prints thing that I ran into here?
Yeah, that's what I'm currently doing. I'm a week ahead of you. It's Archie ran away, so you gotta find Archie. So you picked up the paw prints. Did you go talk to Ada 1?
No.
You should have like a weird marker overhead. It doesn't show up through the walls, but she was near the original paw prints. She's just like down. She's a robot just down the hallway. And she'll give you a quest line to try and find Archie. I believe all we got was a shader for last week. It's a nice looking shader. Archie heard about a place where Archers and Guardians used to sneak past danger. Hang out in front of an old
his
bunker
mouth
door.
full of
What the what?
Ganges.
Wow, he's like white Obama for India.
In front of an old bunker door beyond the shores.
It's been 10,000 years and the Ganges still doesn't have clean drinking water. It says here, to figure out what the heavens was going on, Futurism reached out to both Catholic Answers and the Vatican's technology
Diaz will give
office
you
to
to
ask
tell you
if
where
the
to look.
chatbot would be considered a real priest, as it claimed. Neither
quest line
body
should be,
responded
like,
to our
if you look
emails,
at the
but in a
quest line.
post to
I
its
found
blog
the pop
after our
quiz.
initial conversations with Father
First set.
Justin, Catholic Answers
first
explained that it had
Yep.
defrocked
And
the
then if you walk
virtual
to Ada
clergy
1, she'll give you a
after
quest.
receiving criticism of the representation of the AI character as a
Oh, okay.
priest.
She's
Initially,
yeah,
Father
you can
Justin
almost
was
see her
garbed
from the
in
first
what
set of
looked
paw
like a
prints. She's down like
traditional robe
the
and
lit up
clerical
hallway.
collar of the Catholic
Okay.
priesthood, along with a pious-looking gray bearded hair. But after his defrocking, the bot is now simply known as Justin and is described as a lay theologian. Gone is his priestly attire as well. The lay theologian Justin is now dressed in what appears to be a
Is it
business casual
Shawhan in the
outfit,
Cosmodrome?
though his personal grooming choices remain unchanged. I see where you're going with this,
Oh,
Justin
is
replied
that where
to our
she's sending you?
questions after firing.
That's what it said.
No, I have never been a priest, a deacon, a bishop, or held any
Quest.
official role in the Catholic Church.
Interesting.
I am a lay theologian, which means I've dedicated my
Send
life
you
to
some
studying and
details.
understanding our faith.
That's the
but
second
I've
week
never
one.
been
Did she give you two?
I am also
Or
an
she only give you
AI,
one?
not a real man.
Only give
I'm
you
here to
one.
share the beauty of Catholicism
okay.
and help you understand it better.
Hmm.
Good job, Father Justin.
Maybe that
Well,
works for some people, the conversational thing. It doesn't really work for me. Like having to ask someone questions about their life, that's not really a fun thing for me. That's not the ideal way for me to learn. I would rather just learn about it than have to be like,
Mission?
hey, what was that thing you
Just
did
leave this
30
one.
years ago?
Yeah, you
Can you tell me about your
That's what I
childhood?
did. I was like, "Fuck is
Like,
this?"
that's a suboptimal
Oh
way
yeah,
to get information.
but that's the one that's
about
going to give you the
something.
artifact.
Well,
so you're going to want to do
I
that.
mean,
But Justin needs to do that
AI
one
is
too.
coming up with new blasphemies every day, but you know, for some people, like I just
Or
understand,
return to
like
orbit, or just log
isn't
out?
like priests, like actual priests who exist and are like real human beings?
Sure,
Isn't that
Norbert,
what?
then
Isn't
log
that
out.
Take the time to review past events on the timeline.
Yeah, how are
Understanding
new
the
players supposed to
path that
figure
brought
any?
us
I just went through
is the best way to
4
equip yourself
cutscenes?
for what's to come.
Yep.
As any warlock might tell you, a little insight can level the playing field.
Good shit, huh?
Mhm.
Quality game.
Yes, of course.
Mhm. Oh, here's another cutscene.
You know, you just had to be like playing the whole time.
I will uninstall right now.
that is not a problem.
I will uninstall right now.
Is there voice chat in this game?
Yes.
And the people in the tower, what do I do so they hear?
So they can hear you.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure if people in the tower can hear you. Is there like an area voice chat in the tower? Usually it's just fire team, or like I don't know anything about area fire or voice chat, but I also don't really use voice chat. What about new guardians? Skipping past stuff?
Wait. Is it gonna send me into a different mission?
when you
I
log
could-
back in? I don't
tell you.
remember.
The first one was on Neptune or something. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I'm just in orbit. Maybe.
Isn't this what they exist to
You might
do?
be
If you
done
like
then.
have
You
questions
probably
about
go to
Catholicism,
Shack's.
can you just walk into
No,
a
it's
Catholic
an
church and
orbit
just ask
cutscene.
them, or just? I bet they'd be thrilled.
Yeah,
to
they're
talk
supposed to be there.
Yeah. But I
think
guess
it's
you know
the
this is
one
for
with
people.
Riven.
You know, they're on their phones all day. You know,
So do I have to
they're,
leave
you know,
again?
at the office. I don't know. They don't. There's not a.
They're in
Catholic-
selfie
Might be
Probably.
threads.
Yeah.
One.
There's an archdiocese.
Yeah, I think that's probably the one
everywhere.
for the sea. That's
I
probably
mean,
the
I guess
seasonal.
it could be used.
There is
Yeah.
a priest that's supposed to be talking to you, and you should go bother him.
So
Yeah.
wait, can
Ned
Justin just join
Flanders.
me then? 'Cause
He used to
has
do
master,
that.
right?
He used to go bother Reverend Lovejoy.
Dare.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna do that one
I don't know. Which one am I
to get
supposed
the
to
artifact? I mean, you have to do it anyway.
do? Right.
You just gotta do just like the first step or whatever to get the artifact.
Well, is it out of order to do this one first before the?
No.
Even departed sparks.
But am I under level?
decades, Still leave a trace of
no.
the luminous web we call
Shouldn't
the
be.
light.
It's literally the first mission everybody has to do this season, so.
Justin, join me if you want.
I don't understand what this clue means. Sneak
Oh, I
past
I don't think we're
Fresh
friends.
Guardians.
Jared, invite Seth to the clan.
Probably some enemy that there was some sort of bypass.
There was an enemy that you couldn't kill in D1 over here, but I checked over there and I couldn't find anything. I don't remember sneaking past anything as a newly minted
Because he
Guardian.
has to talk to you.
Unless it
Hello,
means like the
ma'am.
original.
Reverend, emergency.
Whatchamacallit,
Simpson
yeah,
kids.
okay, I'll just-
Italy. I had the baptism. Like that.
My friends with Seth.
Diddly.
Ned,
I invited.
have you
Justin.
thought about one of the other major religions? They're all pretty much the same.
It's Justin.
That's,
has the
that's their
right?
job. That's
This
their
is our
job.
job.
So I will
I
promote
guess
Justin
it could be
and Justin
useful
will
if
take
you were
me.
like, I don't know, you had to
With
be on the
you.
space station. You were like a Catholic astronaut.
You're on the International Space
I invited
Station.
John to the clan.
You're
Yeah.
like, I need to talk to a priest. But I mean, they have phone calls, they have video calls with their
This
family
thing's
all the time.
cracked.
They're like, throwing a baseball
Hang
around
out
up
in
there,
front of
throwing a
an old
baseball to
bunker door
themselves,
beyond the
floating over,
shores.
hitting it with a little mini
Oh, I know where
baseball
that
bat.
is.
They can communicate with the surface of the planet. They can get a
I don't
priest
think freshly
on
minted
a Zoom
Guardians.
call, talk
Oh,
to the
we
astronaut.
did.
No,
Oh, that's funny.
blasphemous
Okay.
AI needed.
They probably end up converting to Russian Orthodox.
That's kind of funny. Okay.
I'm actually
There's
so
people
happy
on
I picked
Twitter
this one
and
down,
then-
Sunshine.
Those are the only groups of people that are converting
What?
from Catholic to Russian
It just
Orthodox.
feels right.
Because it's you and
Oh,
7
okay.
Russian
I
guys.
think
Yeah,
that's kind of
yeah.
weird, but
And
guess I'll
everything
try and
is
read their Bible.
exploding.
Yeah,
Because
and
I'm
I think like
void.
being in the International Space Station, like that is when you need to be making some major life changes. Because I mean, like, what is there to do up there? They got like nothing going on. I mean, what is their job? What do they even
Archie's
do up
last
there?
thought. He
Just
wanted
look
to
at the
find a
surface
ship
the
of his
planet?
own to take back to the
they-
last.
videos for
they,
school
they,
kids.
they look at the surface of the planet and they do things like, squirt a little glob of water out of a water bottle and be like, look, it floats. They've been doing that for like 60 years now.
It should be an entry-level job. Honestly, it should be an entry-level job, and it should pay minimum wage. Because they don't do anything.
Yeah, that should be the job. When you know how they call up National Guard units to like go to Afghanistan back when we were
Yeah.
still in Afghanistan. That should if you sign up for the National Guard, you should randomly be sent to the space station.
That should be the Space
Pretty
Force.
big,
Yeah.
pretty
Like, all
big-
the- all
You
the
randomly
guys-
get called up there to just sit and look out a window for 8
Yeah,
months.
there's
all
probably
the
a few
guys
people
that
who've
we're,
been inactive.
that we're sending out there
for
are
a while
way
now.
too
Their
impressive
voice
for
chat
that
is
job.
working in the
They're
game.
like
Mine
guys
is?
with
Like, they have, like,
5,000. They have like 5,000 fucking pilot hours. They're PhDs in like biochemistry, and we're like,
Seth
okay,
invited
go
me. How
up
do I
and do a
accept that?
$20 billion equivalent of the fucking
Uh,
baking soda.
are you in
volcano
controller?
thing that you do in middle school.
And I
They're
cannot help
basically
you.
like a guy in a
it'd
booth
be
in
like
a parking garage.
Destinations
Yeah.
area and maps
Just
and
sitting
stuff.
there all
The
day.
right of destination.
Why can't it be? Why can't we
Is,
give
like,
it
all
to,
the social-
like, one of those guys in the
The
National
invites, the friend
Guard
requests.
that wears like those glasses that they give you in the army that make
Yep.
you look impaired?
So,
Like
the
basketball
danger to
players.
Did you get your
have to
season
wear
artifact
glasses,
yet,
like,
Sam?
bright
Yeah.
specs,
Yeah,
like,
I got
uh,
it.
the danger to
Hold on,
society
I found it.
glasses. It would be
Yeah.
a great job for them. I mean,
I got
what a great
mine
job
last
for
night,
lingual
Jared.
Americans.
Says you don't have any
Alex.
open spots.
Yeah. There's so many people that we should
Is
send
that
to
something I can
space.
change, Jared? Or
And
am I
if you
stuck?
ask
You have
people as an
people with
Elon
you in the
Musk
mission?
account, so many people
No.
would agree to it.
Yeah.
People would,
Did
it's like
Justin
how
try
they
to
trick
take everybody
Indian
with him
guys
when he
into
left?
going to Russia and saying like you're just going to be
Because now it's
building
me
stuff
and John
in
in
the
here.
base,
So
and
you
then it
can't-
turns out they're
if
going
you
to the front
join, you
lines,
have to just.
and their job is
join
carrying a
that.
bomb that explodes 50%
When
of
you,
the time.
when you accepted it, it should have said, "Do you want to join
We could do
by
that for
yourself or
space,
with
and it would be
people?"
so easy.
Wait, Russia is tricking Indian guys into joining their military?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They say that they're not going to be on the
I
front
guess I
lines.
got
They're going to
into
be
the first
support
mission.
workers, and then they're just up there.
Fuck, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Pull up Ghost and
Oh
hold
my
Y.
God. No, but yeah, like Felix, to your point, if
It'll-
you're an
it'll
ace
keep you in
fighter
that same
pilot
area.
who
It should
also
at
has a
least.
degree in chemical engineering, your skills are needed on planet Earth. No, let's stop jacking off in this soda can circling
They're
the
gonna do the
planet.
first mission,
Doing
and
what?
then
I mean, I guess maybe they do repairs on like satellites or something like that.
It's so no, they like all they do is repair the station.
yeah, so they
space
get the
station.
artifacts,
They go to
and
the
then they're
space
gonna do.
station, they
and they're
repair
gonna
it,
start
they come back. Yeah.
Why does it need
Wave
so many
quest
repairs?
line from
Because
Shaq.
people keep
Did you do
going
that one
to
yet?
it.
Well, it's
They
old
didn't
as
build it
shit. Yeah.
It's so pointless.
It's a junker. Get rid of it.
So damn, it's a lemon.
Yeah, and he gave you the quest
The whole-
line.
everything up there is space junk.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna start after this.
Earlier over the
I think
weekend,
you want to
I
do
saw
that.
one of these
You have
like
to do it too, so all three you can do that one
prompts,
together.
but it did get me thinking, and I wanted to ask you guys. The prompt was, what Trumpisms have like worked their way into your everyday communication?
You want the first mission with them
just your,
too?
your everyday vocabulary, because
Sure,
like, and it really got me thinking because there
I'll let
are
them
like
go.
so many of
Halfway
them.
done.
And like what I realized is that most of them come from like the golden era of either his
92
tweets
is-
or
Oh, I
like
didn't
his
keep
first
it, sorry.
presidential campaign. Like the one he's done recently that's probably the closest to like becoming part of like my everyday speech patterns is "You're telling me this for the first time" when Ruth Bader Ginsburg died. But I'm wondering, like,
and the song. I always hear the song.
yeah, Tiny Dancer, yeah. I mean, we talked about this on the show before, but he really has. I've talked before about how fun it
minimap
is
is,
to
like,
talk
under
like
the
him,
Discord
and I think
overlay.
that's a huge part of his
It is,
success is that like you see
nice
him,
thing.
and then you want to not necessarily be him, but you want to talk like him. It's like rappers, you know, like when you hear a good rap song, you want to start saying like, "Yo, stop capping."
Justin, your
it's
friends
real."
with Seth, just join
You
him.
know, like it's just he
Just go to the people
talks
thing and just
cool,
click on his name
and then he
and join
makes
him.
you want to talk cool like him.
For me, I would have to say
Try it again after we
like,
both left?
It's one of two, and they're both pre-presidency. Of course, Graydon
Promise Seth joined me,
Sissy
so
Graydon
we're all
Carter and his bad food restaurants.
Bad food restaurants.
That's
Bad
joined
food
you. I
restaurants,
haven't. You
and
guys
his
are. I have
Oscar
no idea
party's
what's
no
happening.
longer
I
hot.
don't
just
either.
playing the
But
mission.
then
I'm waiting for Justin to
maybe
join.
my favorite that
He says
I
you
like
join
a
him.
lot
Alright,
because
so
it's
right now.
like it's a really deep cut. Not a lot of
Yeah,
people
I
talk
sent you
about
like
it
5
far,
invites.
because it's from like 2013,
Bungie and
and
Jewel
it's
had
just
10
like
years,
it's
I'll say.
supposed it's apropos of nothing, and he just says a Victoria's Secret rep was very nasty to Kate Upton, but now she's doing great.
The wave mode is still.
Is she doing that great?
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah,
she
that
was
was-
Married to Kate Upton in a while.
Was she
She's
married
with
to Justin Verlander? I think she's a
Yeah.
The raid one that came out
Series,
is
or-
60.
No, he almost did. I don't know.
That was years ago.
I'm
What has he
on it.
done lately?
He was doing great when he wrote that tweet.
Yeah.
Another big one for me is just
Are you in
more
here,
and more people are saying.
What character?
I
do
love
you
that
guys
one because
want?
like it's a great little thing you can add on to anything you're saying. But I think like
It doesn't matter. You guys aren't doing
probably
anything
the
high
one I
enough level
use
to
the
fruit
most
matter.
is I'll
I mean,
keep
they're all
drinking
above
that
8 people
garbage. But like you
anyway.
can swap out drinking for watching, listening to, consuming
Titan's higher than my
anything
Orla?
bad.
What the
I was
hell?
just I'll keep drinking that garbage. I use that one all the time.
Yeah, he understands TV. I don't think there's another president who understands TV as much as he does.
Yeah, no, he's a TV scientist.
In consumption, just pure consumption.
I'm compelled to point out that the actual quote is, "I'll still keep drinking that garbage," because I think the redundancy of "still keep"
Yeah.
is what really sells it for me.
I'll still keep drinking
Yeah,
that
like
garbage.
he was already keeping drinking it. Now he's gonna
But I'll
do
still
it.
keep drinking that. Yes.
There are so many good ones, though. I
think we just
the one I never seen was when he talks about what a good actor Hannibal Lecter is.
That was a recent one, yeah.
Yeah. But he did say that Hannibal Lecter / Anthony Hopkins said that he thought.
Did you think the
Trump
character
great.
was named Anthony Hopkins?
No, I mean he doesn't mention Anthony Hopkins. He only refers to the great Hannibal Lecter. What a great actor he was. And then I don't have much more, fellas.
Did you see the Biden interview?
Where is that the Howard Stern interview?
Yeah.
No, I saw like he was just talking more stuff about how dangerous Trump is. He didn't get on the Sibian.
Yeah, it's not really that interesting.
Beetlejuice isn't there. I didn't see any good clips from it.
It's more interesting in terms of what it means to Howard Stern, because he spent the last 10 years basically trying to recreate himself as James Lipton, like a serious, respected celebrity interviewer. He got in Bruce Springsteen and like Pearl Jam, and he'll ask serious questions about their childhood.
Where's that area where the guy gives you
He got rid of the
the shit?
Sibian and Beetlejuice and all the fun stuff, and he does the show from home now. And everyone was like, "Oh, this is bullshit. This sucks. Just hang it up. This isn't going to result in
I ran
anything."
right past it.
And he got to interview the sitting president. He fucking did it. And I'm still not going to listen to the show. It's still not good, but it does kind of prove him right.
Warlock?
He was right to do that for his
Real
career.
Warlock?
And he gets to go home and say, well, I interviewed the sitting president, so fuck you. Doesn't matter if my show's not funny anymore.
We got to get Howard back in the office.
Yeah. Them at the end.
And he was so mad at Mark Maron for interviewing Obama because podcasts are fake. That's not real. It's not real like radio.
That was one of my favorite things he did.
Release on this
It
character.
was one of those things where you realize that someone is like 65 years
Sam,
old.
what's up?
Because he was bitching
What's up,
about
Justin?
podcasting. He's
You
like,
have fire
oh yeah,
team
you think
chat
you're
on,
really
by
good
the
at broadcasting? Try going on the radio at 5 in the morning. And it's like, I don't want to.
Yeah,
That
I'm not
sounds
going to.
terrible. Why am I doing that?
I'll record it the day before and then schedule it for release.
You know, like I like oftentimes compared to radio where you have to do like 5 hours every day. I mean, with commercial breaks, but I mean, man, that is a crime. And then I think
You doing the
about what
Archie quest line,
Hassan
John?
does, and I'm like, God damn, I don't have the fortitude to be a streamer.
Are you doing
Yeah,
Archie's
he's
the
got
Archie
people
quest
coming
line
in
thing?
and out.
Oh,
That's closer
yeah.
to
I
what
can
Howard
do that,
was.
yeah.
Just having
don't
random
have to.
people
I'm
show
just
up at
curious
your
if you were.
door. Like a crazy guy outside. That's the kind of shit that was going on in the 90s.
Did you see the clip of that kid at UCLA who met Hassan for the first time and told him that he's been paying his tuition by running a Twitch channel that just runs clips of Hassan during the 3 hours of the day that Hassan isn't streaming? I thought that was very nice.
No, I didn't see that.
I think that's fucking bullshit. The money should be for him.
All right, I'm out of stuff to talk about. So if you guys don't mind ending early, I think it's time to say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. And then one final
keyboard?
reminder that this Saturday,
are
May
you using a
4th at
controller?
Littlefield, please come see Death Wish 3 with Hessa and
I didn't even
Tickets
think of
still
that.
available.
Maybe I'll just switch
Till
to
next time,
keyboard for
everybody.
now.
Bye-bye.
The controls aren't that bad.
Might have to turn haptic feedback off. There's a lot.
In this game, yeah.
See how keyboard and mouse is.
No,
it's perfect.
It's Mothman.
Jeez. She's like, anything Kara.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? Well, you're American, okay? Okay. What kind of American are you?
You can also rebind your keybinds.
Okay, so every week there's going to be a fine
because
or
I was doing the Cape Fear Robert De Niro thing. Where I had a big cigar and I was laughing like a maniac.
Hessa, can I confess to you that I actually was doing not smoking a big cigar, but I was laughing as hard as Robert De Niro at the end of this movie. Hello, everybody. It's Thursday, April 25th. We've got Movie Sign. It's a movie episode. I feel like a lot of you have been itching for this one, but today we are discussing a dark, ominous warning of what could potentially happen in this country. That's right. What if America fought a civil war? I know it seems crazy and impossible to consider, but I fear, listeners, that we are going down that dark road.
not 100%
And finally,
sure I
there is a
remember what
movie
Luke Cave
that has arrived to wake us up out of our stupor and announce that we must
What are
protect
you,
journalists
Luke
and we
Cage?
must heed their warnings of journalism about how
Do it
bad
like a
war
scavenger
truly is. It's Alex Garland's Civil War.
Like, it never would have been a good time to make this movie, honestly. But, like, making a movie
Now-
about how vital American journalists are
I
during
know, I
wartime
know.
now?
It's really
What?
it's crazy.
And of course, we're joined by Hasideni, co-host of Movie Mindset.
Hello.
And coincidentally, Movie Mindset Season 2
Let me go into
launched
the Quest
yesterday,
archive?
where
Or
we'll be
what?
talking about much better
What's
movies
next,
than
nerd?
Civil War. But okay,
Wishing all the
Felix,
best.
this is
You
your
guys
point
beat
is
it and you got
exactly
your
what I was thinking throughout
artifact?
this whole
wait.
movie.
We need to
And I
do
just
a
like to, I would just like
You
to
have to go
say
to the helm
that
and talk
just
to the
kick
chick and get
off
your
our
artifact.
conversation.
Yeah.
I know everyone
So-
is expecting me to come on here
To the chick.
and slam this movie.
Yeah.
And trash
come
it.
to me. Come to
And
me.
the thing is,
No, I wanna go this
I
way.
will do that
Where's
because
Artifact?
it
It's a
is
seasonal one
about
artifact.
90 minutes of the most
I'll need
sententious
you-
dog
it's-
shit
it's
I've
this
ever
way.
seen on screen. And I was fucking like gritting my teeth throughout it. However,
Hey, there was stuff over here.
to be fair
Oh,
and
yeah.
objective as a
Collect that
film
if you
critic,
guys need to.
I should have to share that the
Oh.
90 minutes leading up
Oh, it says
to the
Legacy
ending of this
Awaken
movie
Queen
was
Park.
worth the price of admission to, how should I
Yeah,
put this?
That was
See projected on
I
screen
think that
in
was
a
the
movie.
first season?
A very similar
How do we
movie
get
that's been
off the
playing in
Sparrow?
my head
Keep-
every time I watch a State Department press conference.
keyboard?
I know,
Mhm.
and the fact that how much I enjoyed the end of this movie, I know it goes
Wait, did you go through
against
the portal
everything
thing,
the
Sam?
filmmaker was intending to do, and that's
No.
why I enjoyed
Oh,
it so
I am
much.
lost.
But Catherine and I left the
think I'm
theater
like
last
you.
night elated and overjoyed at the vision of a better
Where even
world,
is
a better
John?
world that is possible,
That
provided
was the
we turn the
preview.
city
Go
of
down the
Washington
stairs.
D.C. and the
Over
evil
here.
pigs who
On the
run
right
it
side.
into a
Trying
Call
to
of Duty
remember
Modern
what the
Warfare
cave
level.
is.
Yeah,
Man,
it
go talk
was
to the-
fun to watch
it's up in
Joe
the-
Biden stand-in
up in a
get
Skywatch.
killed like FPG Doug.
there a
What
cave
would it
you wanted
be
to over
like?
here?
What would it be like if King Von's
Oh,
ops
I'm
were
up there.
the
You were
president?
underground for me.
Well,
I
we
was.
finally answered that question.
It's kind of like a
for a
utopian
cave, I just
vision,
don't know the
honestly.
caves.
Like Washington gets destroyed,
Sounds
journalists
I didn't know there was a
are
cave up here.
shot on
Do what?
site, and and you can smoke
I
inside,
don't- Yeah,
which
who
was
gives a
a
shit?
crazy
I don't
little
believe it.
detail at the
Yeah.
beginning.
That was the
I
one sort of
will,
like, ooh, sci-fi
you guys don't.
dystopia. I was
It's
like,
your
you know,
feature.
if America ever devolved
Because
into
I
the
bought
state
the
of
content.
another
I need
sort
to do
of
it.
fractal, violent, civil conflict, I
Wait,
think
what do you
we
mean
would
Unfortunately,
not
you're-
smoking indoors.
Sparrow's not-
How you get off the Sparrow.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's
How
it's
do you
really
jump the Sparrow?
incredible, and like
Can't
the,
jump the
the first
Sparrow.
thing I noticed was the soundtrack is
I thought you
Jump
could.
the
insane
Sparrow.
of
The
this
needle
movie.
drops in this movie
You
are
could
so
like
offensive.
launch off things.
Here, and I
do,
know.
like,
Here's the thing.
I don't know why.
maneuvers.
To
I thought A
paraphrase
just
our Hess and I's friend Josh Lewis from Sleazoids, to paraphrase his letterbox review of this movie, I thought this was dead on point. Alex
You can only
Garland
jump on
thought
this.
he was making The American Come and See,
it's
but what
pay
he
to
actually
win,
turned in was Jason
slow-mo.
Henney Has Fallen. And on top of that, I will just add my 2 cents that bro thought he was really cooking up Full Metal Jacket, but how I would describe this movie is pretty cool t-shirt. And the
I would
obnoxious needle
say-
drops are just but one example.
What color
Oh,
ghosts
the t-shirts
do
are
you two
crazy.
have?
That's I did notice the t-shirt game in this movie. It was
that's
very egregious, and like the needle
These are
drops.
race
It's
things,
very like
No,
I think he was
it's
trying to
really
make
not.
Z, but he
Purple and
accidentally
gold ones are
made
better.
Yes.
like Crash.
Purple and yellow are the
The
best.
Yeah.
2004 one.
Anything
Absolutely.
else? Not
I
so
would.
much.
The movie I
Doesn't
was
matter.
thinking of
Doesn't
the
matter for
most
the-
while watching this, or I
You're-
guess
you're
it
gonna
was a
want-
mini series.
more
I was
common.
thinking of Threads.
So that's green.
the amazing.
Right.
Oh.
British
Yeah.
So I might be able to grab from
post-apocalyptic,
collection. John grabbed from
post-nuclear
collection.
miniseries,
Little
Mm,
tower
which is
show.
like
He might be able to.
incredible, and was also
Is
obviously
scope
made
out
by a
the
British
complex
person.
where we
Yeah.
held off the hive.
or a collection of British people. But
Dang,
this
look at
is
those
not
armor.
that. Well,
I
the
don't
thing that
fucking
shocked me
remember
the
the first
most
mission
about
from
this movie
D1.
is like you have this
Yeah.
entire like crazy premise
Hey, I
that
got
everyone is
scalar
talking
potential
about.
with a
Like,
pattern, Jared.
everyone did exactly what the producers of this movie
Is it the
wanted
pulse
them to
rifle?
do, which
Yep.
was talk about
That's
this
alright.
movie
Should
nonstop.
I extract the
Like,
pattern?
post the map,
Yeah, I'll
the
delete the
political
gun. You can extract
map
the pattern, not
of
deleting
the universe of this movie. Talk about how wrong it is.
What's in
Just
collections?
constant.
You
this
Maybe
work
put a
about
good
this
equip
movie.
full
You
of-
can pull out.
But when you
Yeah,
get
full
to
ghost.
the
Let's call her
actual
Justin's
movie,
ghost.
the
Justin
actual
probably-
interesting
He probably has a
thing,
purple ghost.
like that, like the universe, the way the military
What am I supposed to do
militaries
now?
break down, anything like that takes
Justin
a
has
side
a purple
stage, and it's
ghost.
just
Hey,
one
Justin?
of many movies about about what good
Ready?
bastards journalists are. How many
have bananas,
fucking
you have stuff to
movies
upgrade
like
your
this do we need? Journalists are real sons of bitches, but they'll tell you the goddamn
Yeah, someone's gonna
fucking
need to tell me
truth
where to go,
when
'cause I
the
have no
truth
idea
is
what
fit
you're
to
talking about.
print, you
You go to
cocksucker.
collections, press start,
I
go
don't
to
care if it's
collections.
a byline or a
Are we talking
dead
about that?
line or a slug
Yes.
line. Get me
Okay.
2 shots of whiskey and I'll tell
Equipment.
you what the fuck's up, bucko.
Let's
An
go. So I would
entire
just
movie.
scroll
It's
down to
so-
season
like,
1.
we have so many movies
Yeah,
like
no,
that. Why did we need another?
Tower
Like, it
show.
took me so long into the movie to be like, wait, what is everyone
Little
talking
tracker
about?
ghost?
I
Does
was
that
like,
count? It's
the
legendary.
journalists in this are
Yeah, any
like,
purple
they
one.
Yeah,
suck.
pick
They're
that tracker.
insane.
You want me to
We
equip
don't
it?
do any journalism.
Okay, Justin.
Like, okay,
So
like
for
just
your
taking
ghost, Justin,
photos of dead bodies. Like, and
you
here's what
have-
I'm wondering:
can
the,
you
the
upgrade
young
it
girl
at
in this movie, the younger woman who's like in
I
her
don't even
20s,
know
who's
what
just
Priscilla?
much
Actually, I
like
don't know if
Kirsten
I can.
Dunst. Yeah, Priscilla Presley.
Do you
Yeah.
not have
Who
enough
is she
glimmers
sending
left?
this
No, I
film
just can't get
to? They show her
Why not?
developing film in a
There's no
war zone.
reacquire
Like,
button.
Well,
where is this
you know
being
what my
published? Her
theory is?
fucking scrapbook?
My theory
What's
is
the
that
big deal?
because at one point
I
they
just
say,
need to-
and this was one of
You
the
can get
things
XP
that made me
boost
think
as well
like,
as
oh,
glimmer.
he's doing like a
More
criticism of journalism
Which
because
glimmer is very
there's a
useful,
point where they're
especially early
talking.
on.
You'll
Kristen
get a ghost
Dunst
eventually.
and Priscilla
Yeah.
Presley, and
Okay, what-
they
I have a quick,
basically are like,
experience.
So what do
oh,
we do
what are
to do
your
now,
parents
the
like?
helm
Oh,
stuff?
they're both still alive. They
You
live in
talk
a
to-
farm
they talk
in
to
the middle
Mara,
of nowhere,
got their
and
Do you,
they
you look at your
pretty much
artifact? We're
ignore
talking to
all
Mara?
this stuff. So
Yeah.
I think like the subtext is like
Okay.
they just
Ooh.
want
now
their
you should be able-
parents to
now you
believe
should
them.
just
or
go
something.
to,
So I think Priscilla is sending the
Justin already has
pictures
some
to her
classes,
parents.
right?
and, like, see,
That's Justin's using the best thing at.
fucking bad. I bet if I died, you wouldn't even
Tower.
care. Like, a letter to your parents.
Yo, there's patterns and catalysts.
But
that
Felix, your point about how this movie is just
Justin has
an
the Void
appalling
Walker,
dick suck
Adam
to not just journalists, but
well,
war
so let's go to
correspondents.
Tower Boys.
After
How
seeing
do I
this
shut up
movie,
this thing?
I don't think I could have any
what
less respect for the role of a
do weapon
Western
pattern
war
progress
photojournalist.
dialogue and-
Your role, like this, is the
Um,
stupidest job imaginable.
it's just
The role is best
It does
is best
the
summed
music,
up
too.
in a scene in this
So I guess we
movie in
need
which
to go,
Kirsten
what, talk
Dunst
to
is having
Cora
like
and Tower?
flashbacks to the other conflicts.
Yeah,
the other
just
violent
grab-
conflicts
yeah,
that
have Justin
she's,
pick one of those
stuck a
things.
camera in front of.
Real quick at
And there's a scene
Cora.
where a guy is getting a
And
tire
then
put
you
around
guys
him
can all
and
go
doused
to
in
the into the
gasoline
light.
before being set
Yeah,
up
I'll
on
take
set
it.
on fire. And she
take
just
the
gets
hall,
up nice and
grab
close to him
the
and just
question
snaps a
packs.
photo as his face catches
One
fire.
black
And I'm
screen.
like, yeah, that
Oh
pretty
my
much
God,
sums
finally
up.
shut
That pretty
up.
much sums up
It's
what
because
your
we're going
job
to the
is.
tower. That's
Yeah,
why.
Yeah, could you just hold that for a pose real quick? Perfect.
And it's
That's
like
a Pulitzer right there.
it's parallel
Okay.
there.
Are you going to play
when,
Follow the Leader again?
Like Priscilla
there?
is taking a photo of this like combatant in
I already did
during
the
like
stuff
the
with the
Battle of
corn nerd.
J.C. Penney.
Oh, you did?
She like takes a
Yeah, Justin
picture of
wasn't
this
there.
like dying
Justin didn't,
combatant and
so
his
therefore
friend, and it's like
we have to go to
that's
tower.
your first. That's how
Wait,
you earn your
did John
wings
do
in the
Lost Sectors
photojournalism
on
game. You
Neptune,
take
or
a
did it just
picture of a
give him, like,
dying
5?
black
You steal their
person in
soul
pain.
with your
Yeah.
camera.
It's like there's so much like non. I really do think he did this on
If-
purpose, but like
you
every
played before, I
single
think
person
they
who
just
gets
put
killed and like
Is that-
photojournalized
Is it here, John?
not a white person, except for like.
Did you grab the one?
Kirsten
You
Dunst
you grabbed the
at
one
very
oh
end,
you grabbed the one at the
spoilers,
end of
but
the.
And I do think he was
Oh.
trying to make a point of like.
I thought you got the one at
these
the
are
end
the
of the
people who
mission.
really
Did you
suffer
not grab that
when
one?
we fight like this. It's like, what the
no,
fuck are
last
you
one I grabbed
talking
was from
about?
the
It's
cave.
so
Oh,
incoherent.
shit.
Okay.
It is
Go
one
to
of
the
the
next
most
watch.
baffling
Justin,
Yeah, I was
follow me.
I
ever
was too
made
busy
that has
trying
real
to find out where they were
life.
going.
Like, I guess if you put a gun to my head, what is the
Oh,
point
I mean,
of this
this isn't
movie?
that
You have to
important
tell
to
me
me,
or I'm going
like,
to pull the
We
trigger.
don't have to.
I would
Go back.
guess.
It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter to me. either.
Primarily,
Why
journalists
can't
are good
I use my
bastards,
jump in the
obviously.
tower? I should be able to jump.
Secondarily, our
It's the
divisions
tower.
Is there
divide
some
us.
other shit you wanted to run?
I think that's the subtext of this movie.
But Felix, to your earlier point, like
Right,
a
we
lot
could,
of the discourse surrounding this movie in its release, and certainly
Run, like,
through
the,
the
like,
comments of its
the
director,
1 to
Alex
2 legendary
Garland,
missions.
people
You want
have,
you
I think,
exotic.
seized on like the wrong aspects. Because, like, to me,
Would you rather have an
this
exotic
movie
scout
was
rifle?
not in
Primary
barely,
or an
barely
exotic heavy
ambiguous
sniper
about
rifle?
its politics. It was
Like
very
scout
clear to me if
rifle.
you're watching the movie, the Western forces are the good guys, and Ron
No, they're not.
nonsense,
Carlo.
evil, fascist federal government are the bad
AIDS
guys.
fake.
And
Why
nor do
would
I
it
really care
try to get close
about
to
like the
that?
thing everyone latched onto about like, oh, why would
come
Texas and
talk to her,
California
Justin,
unite?
and
Blah,
you're
blah,
gonna
blah, blah.
have to
That's so unrealistic.
like it.
Whatever, it's a movie. I don't
like
care.
it.
The
Or,
element of
there should be a
unreality in
quest
this
to
film
unlock
that struck
one of
me
the
as
other
the most
subclasses.
It says,
discordant
"Grow your
in terms of like
light,
me just
void,
rolling my
solar
eyes and doing
arc,"
the
and
jack
it
off
says, "New
motion
light
as watching
kits
it is the
open."
idea that in a situation like the one this movie depicts, where
I
vast
guess you should
swaths
pick
of the
one
country
new
have
light
broken
kits,
down
Jer?
into like fractal internecine conflict between multiple different state and
let me
non-state
look at the
actors,
stream.
where mass
Yeah,
graves
that's
are being
probably
filled
easiest.
by like what people who were once your neighbors.
In John and
The idea
Legends,
that anyone
and
in that
Destination
conflict would respect
Legends,
your fucking press
Presage.
credentials is ludicrous to me. There are so many moments in this movie they just flash a press badge and they're like, "Oh, we were going to execute you a second ago, but obviously
Yes, what are you
we
looking
also
at? You're
believe
looking
in
at
the freedom of the press."
No, like
Yeah,
when
so
she
if you pick one of
gives,
these, you get like an
Priscilla
exotic,
Presley,
and it'll unlock
who-
a bunch of
I
the
mean, Kelly
subclass.
Spaney. I'll stop doing this bit, but
a
like
few of
when
the subclass, like
Kristen
fragments
Dunst
and
gives her
aspects for
her
you.
like fluorescent
The
vest,
Sunshot.
the first
Yep.
thought
What?
that popped into my mind
doesn't
was
let
like
you
Yeah.
open, and I
a
can't pick it,
hitman
so-
mission taking place there, and it's like, "Welcome to New York, 47."
Wanna do-
And
yeah.
that's like one of the
Season
outfits you can
13.
do is like a press outfit. You
Presage
can just
does?
like sneak, go anywhere. It's like an
What's
invincibility. It's like a
requires an
cheat
open
code.
slot in every
Like
weapon and armor slot.
But like, yeah, like there are multiple scenes in this movie where they're like taking part in ops, and they're like
So
right
you
behind the
might
guy's
need to get rid of
shoulder as they're
something?
like, "We're throwing flares, we're suppressing
Are you
fire,"
full, like, in your inventory?
and like
Yeah.
then they're just like pop out to take a picture, and then the guys doing the shooting are like, "Yeah, that's cool with us."
And delete
Yeah,
all
just
my
like
shit.
try not to get in the way or anything.
Yeah,
but yeah,
you
of
can
course,
just
when
put
you
it in
take
the
more
vault.
photos
You
doing
can
this,
delete it.
it's
Yeah.
just like
Put it in
Wait,
the
like,
vault.
this
actually,
movie
like, one of
is
these slot open.
outsized and obnoxious and offensive reverence for Western
Oh my god, why is
journalists
your stuff so full?
that Felix you touched on. And here's the thing:
Not get rid of things.
this movie was
Oh, holy fragments
obviously
are
written,
expensive.
produced, and made
Feel free to
before
delete
October 7th.
anything blue.
And what
Yeah.
they thought the
No,
import of this
those are the
movie was
best.
going to be, that
No.
the
Don't listen to him.
airstriking civilians and intentionally killing journalists is just about the most evil thing imaginable, really lands like a dud.
As long as you have like one
Especially
slot
when you
open in
consider
each
that
area,
the-
you're
the-
fine.
The Nick
Yeah.
Offerman character was, I thought, a fairly
Look at how cool my
obvious
outfit
Trump
is.
stand-in.
We'll be able to
Justin
get
has like
this
But
30
no, like
goes.
they're just like, it lands like a dud for the
Okay,
liberal
do you wanna run
sensibilities
one
of
for
the
the
people who
sniper
made
then
it,
instead?
because like the world
Okay.
that this movie depicts is
Roll that.
happening right now, but it's being
Wait,
done
which
by
one?
the current U.S. government.
And then what's
yeah,
the
and
That's
the
in-
journalists there, like
Into the Light and the
that
Whisper in
these
the bottom.
characters are portraying. are
So
basically
solar will
like,
give you
oh, we can just like wait over
Sunshot,
here,
which is like the
in
strongest
Tel Aviv,
primary weapon in the
like,
game right
we'll
now.
just have some
Arc
coffee
will get
in
you
this
this
cafe.
Brisk Runner,
You
which you
guys don't
probably
want us
already
taking
have.
pictures of this stuff.
Or
You
there's
might even
that-
already
yeah.
have
I mean, like, more
Sunshot.
journalists have been
And
killed
Void
in
will get
Gaza than in
you-
all of World
it's a
War
pulse-
II
it's a
in the past
Void
6
pulse
months.
rifle.
To
It's the
one that I
nary a
have.
peep from their colleagues like Kirsten Dunst or Wagner.
So I guess it's a bit,
Moore.
you know,
Less progress
Let's just
whispers
dive
of the
into the
past.
movie itself and just sort of describe what happens, because honestly, most of this movie is like a road trip movie
Whispers of the
with like
Past.
stops
You
in
have that
come and
quest?
see.
Oh, it didn't give me
But like
Sunshot
it
there.
really
Give
lands
me,
like a dud. It is really boring until the last 20 or 30
you
minutes,
what?
which we will get to. Which I
pick
Yeah, it didn't
solar
give
and
I
it didn't give
simply
you
must
Sunshot.
say, state
Yeah, you
for
have
the
it right now,
record,
right there.
I probably
Sunshot.
had more fun
Justin might
watching
already
than any
have
recent
it.
experience.
Sunshot, you have it equipped right now.
Theater.
It equipped it.
Like,
This
you know, it
thing, the
begins and
Enigma?
we see President Ron
No, it gave you
Swanson
Sunshot. It equipped it
sort
for
of,
you.
like,
It put it.
addressing
It
the
already
nation
equipped it.
about their
Oh.
the great and historic
It
victory over the
unequipped whatever you had
forces
on.
of
Oh.
the soldiers of the United States
Yeah,
of
yeah,
And it
America.
gave you
secondary, it's not
Sunshot.
Or
primary.
soon to
We
have.
don't have
Then
the
it cuts
quest, John. We
to
just gotta
New
pick
York
up the
City,
moon.
Brooklyn, New York,
It's
baby,
a
and it's like
primary that's
Kirsten
in the
Dunst is
secondary
covering
slot,
people
so
like trying to
you
get
infinite
water
ammo.
from some sort of like government police supply
Okay,
truck.
and guess what?
And
Now
then
we
she
gotta go
meets
talk to Shax.
Kaylee Spaney. That's the actress's name, the one who played
Yeah.
Priscilla Presley. She gets brained by a police baton, and then she's like, you really need to wear
That's
your
Hall of the
journalist
Champions,
credentials,
right?
or otherwise,
Mhm.
people just might kill you.
Yep.
And then there's a bombing, and
Wait, Justin,
bodies
you
are
have
strewn everywhere. But then
something
we
to
cut
go
to
talk
like
to Shax
the beating
before-
heart
Yeah.
of this movie,
Okay.
the hotel bar, where these good sons of bitches just mix it up.
Meat parkour.
And they
Maybe
reveal that
flows like truth in this son of a bitches hangout. Bring your cocksucking motherfucking
Now all
live
5 of us
line.
can be doing
If
different
you
things
ain't a
at once and
journalist, you
yelling
can
at
get
Jared
the
for
fuck
help.
out.
I know.
It's
This is
so
great.
like, could you
Hold on,
imagine
hold
the
on, I'm not yelling
conversations
at
going
you.
on there? I think we
We're
hear
trying
like
to coordinate
a
what
snippet
John
of
even
one
has available to
conversation. It's
do.
like, yeah, I was in
That
Des
is-
Moines and
but I guess
I
we could
ran
just
into
do the
her
rainbow.
and she
Let's
was
keep the
wearing
rainbow,
my
too.
wife's wedding ring or something.
unlock some of those.
Oh, bro!
All I could think is
covering a
like,
war is crazy.
all I could
Guns.
think was
Any
like,
of those gun
oh,
like
that's
gun
the
quest
journalist
ones seem
that,
interesting. I know like
wrote
the
a hit piece on Ben. That's what he's describing.
yeah. I mean, Forbearance is really good. The only problem with that one is that you probably don't even have a grenade launcher, and if you do, it's probably not a good one to get a lot of
Kirsten
kills
Dunst
with.
is the main character, and she's sort of a, hard-bitten and somewhat jaded war correspondent.
I
Or as
know
I
how
describe
they
her,
watch
a
it.
war tourist who goes to the worst places on Earth and just sort of captures people's souls for her career.
See, it's almost a good movie in the other direction. Like it's
Yes.
almost so like,
gonna
which
pick
is
up more
why
bounties.
I truly
I've
cannot
edge
understand the way Alex
supposed to
Garland
just
like
acquire
talks
the
about.
I don't know if that. I think that's
everything,
because
it's like
loaded. So
really
that,
the main
that's
question I was
heavy. It
asking
won't.
at this
It
point
shouldn't
was,
count
like,
toward the kills.
Who are they doing
No?
this for? Like, who's looking at these
just
pictures?
his store.
And-
Nothing to do.
Where is there? There's not a
District
single
building
editor in
giant.
this movie.
Did you
They
already
don't
Yeah.
interview a
Justin?
single person until the
no.
like
Is
last
that-
10
I don't know.
seconds of the movie. But like they're not really doing journalism. They're like, and also it's just like if war was happening in this country, would it really be like necessary?
Yeah,
that
so
we
if
get a
you
shot
want a
of it on
second
the
slot
cover of
grenade
Time
launcher,
magazine?
or
I think people would pretty much understand what was
there
going
is a
on.
couple first slot
Yeah.
ones,
Well,
but they're rare.
So-
Wouldn't there be like a billion people recording all of this shit all the
I
time?
Yes.
acquired his full.
And the
inventory.
fact that they're shooting on film in this movie was about, and
Okay,
I guess
come
they had
over
like
here,
some
you can
explanation
acquire
for it
and get a
because like
bunch of shit.
Wi-Fi has gone
Hold
away
on.
because of our, the damage done to the infrastructure by this horrible civil war.
What'd you give you, John?
But I just like they show them
Gave me a thing
developing
that said
film like
complete
in the
exotic
car,
mission that was-
and I was just like I was just
Yep,
wondering,
there
like,
you
who
go.
are they sending all of these
Yeah,
images
so I should allow you
forward
to-
to? Where are
hopefully
they
let you
being
start it.
published? And it's like not
Do you
until
have
like
Defend the
2/3 of the way
City
through the movie
in
they
Onslaught,
say
Justin?
they're with Reuters or something.
Yeah, and that's like that's
I have
where
a
the message of the
Lightfall
movie
quest. Do I have
really
to do
comes
that
out. It's
first?
like, oh, we need to listen to Reuters at all times. And
We
but
need
what
to
do we
listen to them.
wouldn't
Look at
think
Reuters.
so.
Look at
Yeah.
the
Or
photos.
do we have to
And
do
it's
the
like,
new light armor requisition
what do
before
we
we do the
do
shack stuff, Jared?
about it? Like,
What is new light armor requisition?
anything but a civil war.
Complete the
Do
first
not have the
combat
Civil
mission on
War.
Neptune, ability kills.
Yeah, I'm 1762 left.
That's
I think
exactly.
that's what I think.
Yeah.
That really
sums
is
it up.
it. That
Yeah.
really, yeah. I guess that's the message of the movie. Like,
Because I have feats
look,
of
no matter how
bravery
how
from
tough times are,
Jax.
do not divide the country.
What does that one
into kill each other.
Reach power level.
I know it seems attractive.
Yeah, so just open the chest
And
next to him and pull
really
the
think,
1810
like,
armor out and put it on.
The thing about
Oh.
California and Texas teaming up, I think it's like intentionally
Oh, do I have to pick
like,
one
oh,
of the
but their
exotics?
their
No.
politics don't align. And
Everything in
I
that
think the
chest is free to
message,
grab.
brilliant message. You can see
One's
Alex
an exotic
Garland
armor and one's an
smirking
exotic gun.
when he was writing
Is it
this
the same
thing,
for
like,
everybody?
oh, it doesn't matter. The only politics, because
different-
this movie
depending on
does
what
have
class you are.
politics, but its politics are xenophobia
You
is
can pick it up in
bad,
each
and
class,
so
so it
is
doesn't matter.
mass murder and like killing people,
Justin,
and
do
so
your
is
bullets
a
up
civil
the
war,
chest.
and the civil war is really bad.
No, yeah, and
Like
so
17
basically, like I said, it's a
Oh,
road trip
boy.
from New York City
Oh, I'm gonna
to
have to get
Washington
used to
D.C.
jump all
through
over again.
war-torn
Oh yeah,
countryside.
this
of,
is one of
central
the
and
harder
western
jumping ones in
Pennsylvania.
the
Can I get
game.
to my bank
And then,
from
like,
here or
on
not?
down to Virginia.
It's also weird.
And
Vault?
so
Yeah.
joining Kirsten Dunst
Maybe.
and Kaylee Spaney, who was like, Kirsten Dunst, like I said, she's the cynical, hard-bitten veteran war correspondent, and Kaylee Spaney is like the
It might
young
take us
Jimmy
40
Olsen
minutes just to
character.
get
There's
He's
you.
like,
also
You put us in Legend?
you're my idol. You're my idol, Lee Smith. My
So
other
Justin,
idol was the first
have
woman
you
to
heard of-
photograph
I mean, I would
Dachau.
just leave it
That's
on
just what I've
normal
always wanted to
for
do
the
with my
time
life.
being.
Is
Dub
to
manager?
experience
You can
atrocities and
now.
record them
So,
with my
yeah.
Leica.
I
And her
would
name
love
is
that.
also Lee Smith.
I
the
doubt I
first
get you through the
woman
jumping
to
Pull that up in
photograph
your browser.
Dachau, and she really makes
You can
a
sign in
very
and you can-
ham-fisted
In
point of
Basically, you
saying
can manage
that
your inventory.
to Kristen Dunst.
That
when
part
there's no
really
vault.
pissed me off because it's like, okay, like Alex Garland, you're aware that I pirated this movie.
You'll have
and
to
that I'm
sign in
playing
through
a
your
game on the other
Bungie.net
screen.
account.
You're like
or
trying to
Steam,
confuse me
and then you can send in
because
stuff
you
to and
know
from your
that I
vault.
don't want to pay attention to this movie. You're deliberately saying
What do you have him use, Dim?
things that will
Yeah.
baffle me.
Well, I mean, like,
Did Justin
it's
pick up
hard
the
to
question,
ignore,
Shax?
like,
Did Justin-
the director's obnoxious
have my
comments
advice for
in
me.
like his interviews with
Because I think
Pod
you have
Save
to get to
America in the
1810
lead up
before
to
you
this
can pick it up.
movie.
Wants to combat
I have all
right-wing
the I have all the
extremism.
high level armor.
Yeah,
Leads
I think you have to
business
equip it all and then
Yeah,
go back to
winning
Shax.
elections.
Well, I
And you
can't
do not
because
win an
I need to get
election
to the vault.
without usually
Why?
persuading people of the other
half
side
of it went
to
to the
come and
vault.
join you. And you
Do you
don't
mean the
do that by
postmaster?
screaming at
Or
them
yeah,
and telling
maybe
them
that.
they're unethical. And what I
Yeah.
really want to
Just
do
take it
is
to the
remove
tower,
ISIS,
have him
dangerous
closet like
extremists
almost everything.
from occupying mainstream
Except for what he wants to use in
political
The
1810
main one of which that
I'm
was stuck
taking
in
him
my
to the
head throughout
helmets
this-
a
watching
faster
this
load
entire
time.
movie was he said, I think to the Pod Johns, his comment was something along the lines of like, left and right
His inventory
are
is
just
just
arguments
like,
over
full.
the like
Majority.
political, and social, and economic system that rules a country.
full of doo-doo.
These are not. This is not something to kill people
I mean,
over.
my
And I'm
vault's
like,
full of doo-doo,
well,
but-
that
So
basically
what is
describes like
new
every
light
war that's
armor
ever been
acquisition?
fought.
Just give
Like,
Varys
Yeah.
priority?
no, it's just the
Yeah, that'll
economic
give you
and
Varys
political
brow.
system that
Oh, so
governs
is
your
that where
life.
doing?
This is not something to
Yes.
fight a war
I mean,
over.
good exotic.
Yeah.
If you're not
Does it
supposed
do
to fight a
anything for
war over
Void?
that, then
So you get
like,
sunshot.
what
Yeah,
are
it does
you
everything for all the
supposed to
subclasses.
fight a war over?
It,
Your wife
getting kills
cheating on
with
you
a weapon of the
isn't,
same class, subclass
it's
type
just creates a
Increases
chemical
grenade regen
imbalance in
and
your
grenade
brain.
damage.
It's not something to like. Well,
Oh,
I
I
guess
need to
that's a
get
bad
kills with
example
Sailor
because it is
right
bad to
now.
kill your
One of
wife.
the other classes.
But it's like the main
you
thing
have solar and
people
arc weapons?
fight over. And
Oh,
kill
wait, you
each
just
other
got a
over.
Thunderlord.
It's crazy.
Equip
It's,
Thunderlord. There's
It's
your
like
arc.
you don't
that's
need
just
to be told
ideology.
this.
chill.
That's just
Yeah.
ideology. It's not ideology.
trying to
Isn't
help,
real
man.
life.
Got some
War is real life,
1600
and you would know
sniper.
that if you looked at
That's
the work of the many correspondents who cover war.
Blue sniper.
Okay, joining them on
Taking
this
me back to
odyssey to
Destiny 1
Washington
days.
D.C., which is hilariously their reason for going to Washington D.C., which is like the epicenter of like the most intense
Oh, boy.
fighting in this Civil
Oh,
War
that was-
scenario,
nope.
is to interview the fascist
you almost
leader of the United States.
failed
Is to interview
successfully.
Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
I'll
And they
put you
just
back
want to
on
get
the
him on
very
camera and
front.
ask,
There's
like,
a
hey, how do you
vault
feel about this
and
whole
a
Civil War
postmaster
thing? Got anything to say to the millions who have been killed so far? Which
How
is
do I
like
get
dumb enough. And like
chat
the
things to
the
stop
journalist,
showing
not the
up every
photojournalist, the interviewer in
place
this
that we
movie
go to?
is played by
What
the
chat
Brazilian
Yeah, either
actor
go to where it
Wagner
says it
Moura,
wants you to go, and
who
then just
an actor I really like from
not
the
do whatever it
Elite
tells you
Squad
to do.
movies, and of
Or
course
just
you're
hit
playing
B.
Pablo Escobar.
You can
in
dismiss a
Narcos.
lot of the.
But
No,
he
it's
does
a
the
chat-
least
chat
journalism
box,
out of
like the
anyone, and he's
in-game
just there
chat
to be
box.
like, I love
It'll
war. It gets
disappear.
my dick hard, bro. All right.
No,
Do you use the in-game chat box?
he's drunk
Or just
all
go
the
to the
time,
settings and
and
turn it
it's
off
like,
then if you don't want to see it.
oh, like
It's
they
under
don't
social.
really make a statement
Turn off
about
text
it,
chat.
or like it's like, oh, is this some like, is he gonna get like drunk and like fuck
It's
up at
just
some
a one
point, or like is there gonna be a payoff
Sten?
to this like character detail? But it's like,
Probably.
no, he just loves to party. Like it's truly
Yeah.
that he just loves drinking and like hanging out with the bros and photographing some, you know, some cool combat footage.
And then finally rounding out this, the built Ford Tough excursion to Washington D.C. is, and like Stephen McKinley is an actor I also quite like. You might remember him from Lady Bird and Dune, where he played Thufir Hawat. But joining them on this excursion through war-torn America is, I'm sorry to Stephen McKinley, one of the fattest and oldest men that they could possibly find in their war journalism party.
This was like anti-suspense. Like the moment I saw this character, I was like, "Let me guess, he's gonna get shot while they try to get away from some bad guy."
Yeah,
he's gonna
bingo.
One
at
bullet
least spawn there
wound is
now.
going to
That's a little better.
incapacitate him because he's so fat and old.
And you know what?
No way that happened.
And you know what, Felix? It was also anti-suspense because had the bullet not got him, probably diabetes would a couple weeks
Pushed
later.
him into the
He
vault.
was like
It was right
on
in front of
his
face.
deathbed. He was one of the least alive characters
now we
I've
have to
ever
have-
seen in a movie.
no, he might as well
he's
have been like
We have to have
98
John
years
lead,
old. He's 4
Justin and
foot
Seth do the
2,
Persage,
700
whatever it is.
pounds.
He has a cane.
His skin, he has a cane.
dungeon,
His
whatever it's
skin
called.
is the texture of a Lay's chip from the
be a
bottom
rough
of
warlock
a
jump.
bag.
It's right around
I'm
the
sorry,
corner.
he's a great actor, but he's like, "Hey, would you mind if I tagged along? And could we get a separate car to carry all my catheters at once?" It's like, yeah, this guy's living through the fucking movie.
But
Yeah, so they
missionary
set
you
off
guys
on their
doing?
journey, and
There might
basically,
be something I
like
could
I said,
shoot.
the first 90 minutes of this movie is just them encountering
Help out a
things
little
on
bit.
the road that
Um,
are like disturbing, and they're like, "Ooh, God, imagine if
can't
America
remember.
was scary.
well
Imagine
when they
if bad things happen in this
the
country."
Whisper.
yeah, it's so like I mean,
Oh, it says, "I
and
don't
when
have
they set
permission
off
to join."
the needle drop
you later.
is "Rocket USA" by Suicide.
That you have
And
to.
one of two
talk to Harris
Suicide
Moore and get
songs
the
used in
first
this
step
movie.
Yes,
first.
it's truly like the soundtrack is so like good in a weird way. Like the opening credits, the opening title needle drop is "Love Fingers" by Silver Apples, which is such a crazy and weird
crouch our way through.
pull that I was like,
See,
okay, is he cooking?
This is,
Like, I
this
don't
is what
know.
I found offensive about the needle drops because they are, two songs by Suicide, a song by De La Soul. It's like very cool music that I think is probably pulled from Alex
Stay.
Garland's like on repeat
Justin?
on Spotify.
Oh,
And I
absolutely.
find that so offensive in the context of a war movie that's supposed to be morally serious because like the contrast I draw is the needle drops in Full Metal Jacket, which are absurd, horrifying, and haunting because they're all like gag songs, like Surfin' Bird and Woolly Bully. They're
What
these
are we
like
waiting to
sort
do?
of like
once
joke
he puts
Dr.
the stuff in, what
Demento
we
style
do to-
songs. And
Once he gets
contrasted
1810 and
with,
make sure he gets the
the
quest,
horrors of
yeah, he
Way
talks tracks,
City,
and then you can
like
do
that
the wave
really
mode.
lands. But in this movie, it's just sort of like, oh, look at these disturbing images set to some of my favorite tunes.
Because I think like part of the message of the movie is
We're gonna jump up
supposed to be,
there
like,
when it goes up.
you people make me sick
dodge just a
watching
little.
this movie about a civil war. It's like it's really like
Tower,
and
whatever.
part of it is like like a movie is
Oh,
just like war photography.
Okay.
There's like this hope that you're gonna have an image so shocking that it like fixes everyone by like solving
Waking
everything.
them out of their stupor.
And you can't. It's so incoherent because you can't really tell if he thinks that's a real thing that's possible, or if he's like begging us to make that possible, being like, maybe if I load an image of the Civil War with so much meaning that people will like sob when they see it. And it's like the image of, I guess,
Warlock
I
Jump
mean, we'll get to it
is
at the
actually
end, but
cancer.
it doesn't really
Yeah.
work.
Yeah?
It's
No.
spoiler
Yeah.
alert. It's
And,
not
and, like,
effective.
but like this goes back to the thing of like
These
like,
things will- the
this movie's
void things will
conception
bloop you off the
of the
walls.
media that
Yeah,
exists
I
in this
didn't,
like
it
not
didn't
too
actually
distant
jump. I
future
just
is like
that's great.
the media that existed during the Vietnam War. You know, like it was of a completely different era. And like, not only do they not really do any journalism in this movie, it's just like, yeah, like I don't know, like it's just like this movie's conception of what like journalists
kill
do
it,
in
yeah.
war zones seems of like a completely different era.
There's a guy
You know how
sniping.
like
Yeah, I couldn't kill him.
American
That's why.
Sniper, it was so close yet so far from being like one of the best movies ever made. Because
Yes.
like if you just like turn it a
Look
little
into that
bit,
door.
just set it on a few degrees in the other direction, where you make American Sniper about this real guy who is a real sniper who really killed people and was really in special forces, but was also like an insane fucking liar.
Yeah.
Like one of the craziest liars ever in American public
They
life.
should have done a. They really should have done a New Orleans.
So I guess
scene.
you could guess which
Yeah.
one to jump into, or I could just
if
show
that
you.
if like American Sniper had just been like truer to life in that aspect, it would have been one of the
Like, is
like
there a way
best
to
movies
know,
ever made.
or-
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
this
it's the same
movie,
hole every
I
time.
don't know if it would have been one of the best movies ever made, but
But the only way to
like,
know is
if they
well, at least
had
the first time
meant
is
for the point to
guessing
be like
check.
how craven and shitty like American journalists are,
Did I say
and
guess and die?
actually have it so that like Wagner Moore is he's too crazy and too much of a bastard, but he never accomplishes anything. They all suck. Like if they had done that, that might have been kind of interesting. But
Yeah.
the only aspect this movie ever really goes for anything is with the firefights. And like I've seen a lot of stuff about how realistic the combat in this movie is, but it reminds me of, they say that the worst reason to put something in a story when you're writing is
Justin
because it
Stogan?
really happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seth, don't you have your, like,
Yeah, Felix, to your point about like the combat
Seth
in this
went to the
movie and the
bathroom.
violence in this movie, it's all done in a way that's supposed to be so gutting and disturbing to watch, but really it all just comes across like a video game. And the thing
Yeah.
is, like, I keep coming back to Full Metal Jacket, which is a movie that is
Alright,
in
you
many
can
ways
just
less
tell me.
violent than this one.
It's the one
But
on
the
the top
violence
right,
in that movie
all in the back.
really disturbs
All
and
the way in the back?
horrifies you.
Yeah, it's the
Like,
furthest
or
one back
just like
here.
it exists in an alien moral universe. Whereas this movie, it's just like I could not take any of it seriously. As atrocity after atrocity piles up, like in the first one they encounter, is that they're like
I
trying
hope
to buy
Seth's
gas
downstairs
from
to
some local militia,
food.
and then
Oh, I
Kaylee
missed.
Spanny sort of wanders off to see their sort of
You know what,
frontier
Jared, I think it's
justice
this
for
one.
looters of these like two men who are like handcuffed to a
how that
ceiling,
works
just
out.
slowly dying. And then at one point, one of the militia members with like an AR-15 is like, "Hey, we've been trying to decide what to do with these guys for weeks. I used to go to high school with this guy. What do you think we should do? Should we let him go or just shoot him right now?" And she just sort of freezes and is like, And then Kirsten Dunst just comes in and is just like, "We're journalists. We don't intervene. So we're journalists. Kill the motherfucker if you want. Doesn't
That
matter
would
to us."
violate the
And then,
Prime
like,
Directive.
yeah, they will not violate the Prime Directive. And in the car, she's like, they probably would have killed him anyway. But to me, like, when someone asks you, should I kill this man in front of you or not? I would just simply say, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
I would say probably, I was like, if you're asking me, even as a joke, I would just say, yeah, don't execute this like handcuffed man in front of me right now.
But if she had intervened, that would have ruined the integrity of the one
Yes,
news source.
of the Reuters Photojournalism Bureau.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the troll
the
ice
one
level.
news source left in America.
The troll?
Jesse Singles
There's
Substack.
There's a few that are a little worse.
The one
That's where
media
that's where they're
outlet
sending
in the
all these
country.
horrifying photos to. Is-
Yeah.
They're like, we don't know why. It's the only one left.
It's Jesse
like-
Signal and Matt Yglesias is slow boring.
Guys, during the Civil War, the DIY HRT has gone through the roof,
Oh.
and we really need to talk about how there's no, No, but this scene is really where I started to think
The vow?
maybe if
Is he still AFK?
maybe
Yes.
a civil
Yeah.
war would be bad. You know,
But you have
I
your thing.
really was
Yeah.
starting to think that at
It was
this
just office
at
hours.
this scene, and it is funny that that's like
Oh,
the
you like-
primary message
gotta
of
jump
this
far down
movie.
here.
You said you had
in
questions.
like one of
Hell
the
yeah.
only countries where the Civil War was good.
I guess it's having to do
That's
without
a good
him.
point. That's such a good point. Yeah. But that has what were they really fighting over in the original Civil War? But an
Where's the person
ideology
you talked
about
to
how
the
best
quest
to
that John's doing?
govern the social economic
On the moon,
fabric of
Eris
American
Morn,
life.
right at the entrance.
I mean,
Yeah.
He was
should
landing on the moon.
I think it was wrong of them to do that.
Yeah, they should have fought. They should have fought it over like who gets to do take the first war photos ever.
Where
Something really
I don't
important.
have an
Well,
unlock.
I mean,
Yeah, the
that
moon
gets
unlocked?
into it. I think is like some of the psychology of the
Destination
director
unlock progress,
and the audience of this
11,000
movie, which is
remaining.
like
Four
I
out
really
of
don't think psychologically this
270,000.
movie is really concerned about or cares about will America have another civil war. I think it is all about
Dude, what do you need to do to
purging
unlock the moon?
Anglo mind of our guilt about all the
270,000
shit we
feet.
do to the rest of the world. They're
270,000
now we're just
experience?
like, oh, wouldn't that be bad if it happened to us?
That's
But
weird.
also the fact that this movie is directed by a British person,
John unlocked the moon
he
just
just
fine.
wants to have the War of 1812 over again. I think this is like a covert wish fulfillment to see America destroyed. Which, if he had been honest about that, and that's certainly how I interpreted the ending of the movie and enjoyed it thoroughly, this movie could have been a lot better if it was willing to be, I don't know, just like less morally fucking just weighted and just sort of like sententious in its tone. That it leaned into the fantasy of like, yes, we would like to see the America destroyed.
Yeah, it's not to jump ahead, but like
That's
I
just
think
a
the
weird.
politics
I don't know
really
what
get
like why.
revealed at the Jesse Plemons scene.
Yeah,
which
well, let's
That was-
not
that was-
because
that-
that's the
I've
scene
never
that's
seen that
that got a
requirement.
lot. I mean, like, because
Should
like,
I do
look,
the legend
they travel
version of
across
the first
America.
contact mission?
They come across a bunch of other atrocities. They play some fun car pranks on each
I'm
other.
curious.
But, like,
What's
Jesse
the first
Plemons
contact
scene
mission?
Is
Is that
like,
what
they
like
got a little juice out of that. Jesse Plemons is still pretty scary.
what
when he
storyline is
wants to
that?
be.
Is that
yeah.
And it's the scene
Oh,
everyone
Neptune
talked about from the
Lightfall
trailer.
campaign?
So it has to go ahead.
Lightfall campaign?
Well, actually, before we get to that, I
Actually, that
I
would
just
get you
remember the
guys-
scene where they go to the
Uh,
town
Do the
where
whole thing
everything's
or just
fine.
It's a decent amount of drops.
And
It wouldn't let you do the
that's like
whole
another
thing. I'm
one of the
curious how
reasons
far
that I
it
thought,
probably lets you go
oh,
like
this
the
is like
like
a
the
scathing critique.
Witch Queen.
of
It probably lets you do like the first like
journalism.
4 or 5
Like,
missions.
It's the first
because
mission only to
it's
give you a
like,
taste of
oh,
what they
these are the
introduced,
people
and
they're
then
taking the
that's it for
pictures
Lightfall.
for, and they
Wait.
just don't give a fuck.
The
Like
menu's
they don't
gone
care
now.
at all.
I can't pick between
And
legend and not.
I was like, oh, this is like kind of
It just says launch.
interesting, like Felix said about how
Oh,
it
okay. You
just
have to launch
turning
and
it a
then
couple degrees would make it like a coherent movie almost. But like it really is like that they're not they're criticizing the people in the town for being like fine.
For not wanting to die.
That was so weird to me because it's like, okay, number one, bad thing.
Yeah, I remember the
you
legend
can do
missions give
is
pretty
fight
good
a
loot
civil war.
drops. You get
Number
a few
two,
drops every
bad thing you can do.
every mission.
Not care about the Civil War. Like, what the fuck are you
So I shouldn't
talking
fuss
about?
with my solar and whatever guns.
Okay, and before we get to the Jesse Plemons mass grave sequence,
Legend's not easy. It's not the hardest
the
thing.
scene with the sniper was really dumb too. Like they get involved with the sniper, and then there's like to the Jesse
stupid.
Signal blog. The sniper that kills the other sniper had painted nails. I don't know if you guys noted that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course. That was they them sniper.
Oh, that's how. Okay,
The sniper scene was.
I was like,
so
I'm shocked you
fucking
stayed alive in these
stupid
rooms
because it's
because
like, okay,
I was so close to
guess
death.
that one of the points of this
But
movie
then it's
is
the
like our divisions
your,
divide us.
your
Division
fragments.
is divisive.
So the rest of that I give
our,
you, you're
our
able to extend it.
polarization is polarizing and bad.
from the solar
but
damage?
the point of the
So,
sniper
yeah, from
scene
the
is
solar
like,
kills. Also, I'm sure if your healing grenade that would give
ideology
you
or any
healing
of
grenade.
that
I think
doesn't
should
matter
give
right
you
now.
resto
We're just
times
two
2. If you, I don't know, you have to tell me if it
fucking apes
doesn't.
on a spinning rock.
Well, I don't have
trying to
healing
kill
grenade
each
on.
other.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, because you have the
And it's
arm.
like,
That's
okay, does
right.
ideology matter?
Have you tried the
or
arms
not?
yet?
Like, what do
Not
you? What the
really.
fuck is your point? This is. I've never seen a movie that
Yeah, we're
like
probably gonna die a lot in this room.
undermines
It's
itself
just,
and
it's
then
just how it goes.
re-undermines itself every
It's-
30 seconds, quite like this one.
It kind of reminds me weirdly of Far Cry
Like
2.
infinite free
in
revives
that,
for a
like,
reason.
There will just be like soldiers fighting, and any soldier you see will kill you, even though there are two factions and you do missions for them sometimes. It's like, it actually reminds me more of like Far Cry 5, because it's like there's a religious like death cult in America. And
he doesn't say anything either. He just leaves for like an hour at a time.
The religious death cult
Doesn't
is
say
a
word.
multicultural, gender diverse,
Okay, we can rally here.
group.
for
And it's
some
like,
ammo.
what do they believe? Like, what the fuck is
Ammo,
going
excuse
on?
me.
You know where we are.
Are they
There's
racist, or
just
are
a
they less
circle around the
racist
ground
than
will
the rest
spawn.
of the world? Because it seems
And
like I might
usually
be
like before
kind of
like boss
rooting for them
fights
to win.
in certain
And
areas.
I feel like that's like
you don't
the
destroy. Don't
point
destroy
of,
all of them. I would just destroy one.
like I said, like of uniting Texas
If you-
and California.
everyone you
being
destroy
like,
spawns a mini boss.
Oh, you can't tell.
So we could do
'cause
all three at
every
once,
side
or we
has
could
bad
do one at a
angles,
time.
and it's like,
Yeah, it's not. I figured that out.
Like, if every
It
side
took us a
is
few
bad,
runs of this
then,
for me to
like,
figure that
who
one out.
cares, kind
I'm
of.
always like, man, why are there like 10,000 ads
Why
and
is
mini
this
bosses at
bad?
once?
Yeah.
Soldier kills man. Like it's so. That's those are
Turns
the
out,
articles they're writing. Like
you don't have to do it that way.
when Jesse, after
wonder
Jesse
if you
Plemons does
guys
that thing,
killing,
like kills their two
Justin?
friends that like they just meet, and they meet the friends, and the friends are
Is he
like,
back?
"Oh, here are our full names.
don't know.
I hope we don't die in the next scene."
Well, the player has left
the-
fire team.
Like Jesse Plemons
just get off?
executes their friends because they're Chinese,
guess.
and they literally don't even bother to find out which side he's on
Kill him a
before
little
they
bit.
run away.
Oh,
has to like
yeah, he was
this is where
AFK
like
too
again
long.
like I understand people's frustration
These void balls.
with the lack of any clear like who is doing like the killing here. It's just guys in uniforms doing atrocities, and like in that scene in particular where Jesse Plemons is dumping lye into a mass grave with like hundreds
Void
of civilians.
Soul already? What the heck is this?
Another point that the directors of this
Yeah, make a
movie,
second
another
one now.
parallel that they probably didn't want to draw to the current administration.
Yeah,
Well,
But
I
like
guess I'll
and it's like
going-
it's played up like they're sort of like
You can come do
scary,
this if
like
you
I
want,
don't
if
know,
you
like
haven't.
racist, like mass murderers or
I'm doing
whatever. But
season
like
on
you're
the
like,
witch
okay, are
stuff.
they? What side are they on? And then the thing from the trailer where Jesse Plemons goes, they're like, we're Americans, and he goes, yeah, but what kind of Americans? They don't even answer that question. Like he makes them
Where'd
at
that
one
go?
point say what
Almost
state they're
first up.
from, and they're like
We clutched up on-
Colorado, Missouri. And then he's like, "Yeah, okay, cool." And I'm like, "Wait, what side are they on?" Like,
yeah,
I
just
kept waiting
wasted
for
my
him to pull
ult.
the
I don't even know
trigger,
where to
and then
go
like
on.
the Chinese guy, he's like, "Where are you from?" And he's like, "Hong Kong." And then he just shoots him dead immediately. I'm like, "I'm sorry, I thought this was the American Civil War Part 2.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would he care that these? I thought he was going to kill them for being from Colorado or something, not being from
Oh,
fucking
the
Hong
trackers
Kong.
go around
no,
it. He's behind
the
us.
Brazilian journalist
shit.
is like, I'm from Florida, which is on another team in the Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really like it's so insane. It's like the messages of this movie like don't
man,
start
we're
a
just
civil
getting pelted over
war,
here.
don't hate people just because they're Chinese.
There's a little room we
Like,
can't hide in
don't-
behind us.
Don't kill a bunch of civilians. Like, war journalists are so good because they take pictures. And it really is like so interesting to have the only kind of like real political thing in your movie be like, oh, xenophobia is bad. And just be like, but everyone is equally xenophobic. So
I don't know how to
again,
do
it's like
super
just
on
listen to Reuters, don't start a civil war, everything will be fine.
It reminds me of like
F's in chat.
if you made a movie out of the Robert Byrd white N-word speech.
But I completely forgot. You're all
Same
jumping on people. Like,
ideology,
you completely,
same
all that was
incoherence, just nothingness.
And
Yeah, it was rough.
right after the
That's
Jesse
funny.
Plemons scene, where the Stephen McKinley
That's
character,
why it was
he sort of
sucking
hangs
so
back
bad.
because
I'm
he's
not-
80 years old. And
I wasn't.
He saves
I
them
thought
by
you did
by
better
getting
than
Jesse Plemons with
a
their
few
car.
people I've done this mission with
but then he
already.
gets
So I
shot
wasn't
in the
really
getaway
worried about it.
for a
I didn't
Felix
realize you were
Jones
also
dead
just like on keyboard for the first time.
prediction. It happened 40 minutes ago in this movie.
Yeah.
But like the next scene, Wagner Mora's character, Mr. War Taurus, Mr. War Junkie, is just screaming to
One more
himself. He's like,
mini-boss.
I can't believe something this bad happened.
As if
to
we're
the
on Legend
fucking
right now, we
war."
only have 12 seconds.
And then like the
And we
two
would not have gotten
Chinese
that
guys
fast
who
in the
were
first few
executed in front of him. In the next scene, he's talking to another journalist, and they're like, "We heard what happened," and he's like, "Yeah, the Stephen McKinley character died. I can't believe they killed him." It's like,
I
"What are
did-
the
this
other two
shouldn't too bad.
Chinese guys?" Like,
I did
what the
I did the
fuck?
solo flawless
Yeah,
first try.
and he said specifically, but Stephen McKinley, they're like, oh, the White House is gonna fall tonight, so we won't even get to interview the president. So Stephen McKinley died for nothing, and then it's
crazy
okay.
how
What
much
about
auto-aim
your
there is
friend?
even on the mouse.
Yeah.
Did he die for?
Yep.
No,
or
it's-
you just completely
Being
forgot
Chinese.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if you did
Yeah,
like
no,
fire in the
and it's
hardcore
such a better
SPG,
cause
you
to
get
die
way
for,
less
I guess.
Yeah.
recoil.
No, but
way less.
This is when I got up to have a cigarette when I was watching the movie because I like
Even
I
on
got
like
so,
snipers
like,
and
I was
pistols
like, this
and
is
stuff, I
so
think recoil's
fucking
less.
stupid. But like,
Just
the
more noticeable on
Brazilian
SMGs.
journalist guy is like, they get to the Western forces like a base camp, and they it cuts to like the Brazilian journalist guy, and he's describing what just happened, like to a soldier. He's like, "We just saw a bunch of people with like, I don't want to cause a scene or
Tristan can
anything,
take
but
himself
there was
back
like
to
a
the
mass
room.
grave back there, and there's guys like filling it." And Kristen Dunst is like, "Nah, she doesn't need."
You guys
to
are
hear
doing all
this."
that to
And
help
it
him, and he
cuts
just
to the
Yeah, like,
soldier
what
he's
the
talking
hell?
to, and she's also Chinese,
I was
and
also
it's like,
trying to get him
you
to
know,
open
Alex
up Vim
Garland was
so we
like,
could
"This is gonna
transfer
blow their
stuff.
mind." This reverse shot of like
These little thrall are really good to get a quick, easy melee kill on. They'll die
like,
no matter what.
I
so, like,
don't even know
anything.
what point he was trying to make, but
You
you
can
know,
get, like,
it was
quick
like
melee on one and-
intentional of
Is the
being
radar
like,
off on Legendary?
like he can't even describe to
Oh.
this woman like what.
Yeah,
just
that. Well,
happened.
it's
And Kirsten
Yeah, it's not
Dunst
just
is
because
like,
it's
let's
legendary.
not
It's because
do
it's one of
journalism
the
here, let's not
modifiers
describe
on
what
the
just
activity.
happened
So
to
there's different.
anyone.
Legend has
They
sometimes
have
different
to buy the
modifiers than
newspaper or
normal.
something.
Usually
it's
just
so
more
baffling.
modifiers.
I really. It scrambled my
and
brain.
That's why I just
I
wanted
got
them
up
on
and I went to have
whatever
a cigarette,
mission you're
and then
doing.
they didn't let me back into the theater because it was like 12:30, and I was just like, "Oh, like I was just in a movie. Can I go back and finish it?" And the lady was like, "No, sorry." I was like, "All right." And then I finished the cam rip at home. I was,
And there's a scene like
Man, I can't
right,
move when
right
he
after
shoots me.
they arrive
Literally
in
just get pushed.
Charlottesville,
Rip only
Virginia, by
having
the
a
way. And
solar
believe me,
sniper.
Charlottesville is a name that gets checked a half dozen times in this
hello.
movie, and my eyes rolled out of my head each fucking time. But
Oh, you're good. You need the
they
solar
sort of
kills.
link
Is that
up
what
with
you're
the
going
Western
for?
forces.
I
who
might
are
as
like,
well. I'm doing the
on the
solar and the
outskirts of
other one at the same
DC.
time.
It's all but like
The
a few
solar and the arc to
token
unlock the other
diehard
subclasses.
opposition left in the city. The White House will fall.
If we kill the witches,
And
we
this
can
is
damage
right
the boss
after the
again.
Jesse
Yeah.
Plemons scene in which Kaylee Spaney,
I'm working on it.
like a 22-year-old, young war reporter, was made to kneel by a mass grave and nearly put in it. Well, actually, she does fall in it and has to
Yeah.
crawl out of it. Yeah.
Yo, the aim
And then
punch,
Kirsten
though.
Dunst is talking to her, and she's like, "Yeah, I was pretty bad, right?" And she's like, "I know. I've never been more afraid than I was out there, but I've also never felt more alive." And that was the line in which I think like any thread of moral seriousness in this movie was completely obliterated.
Let
Because
me
it's
out,
just like
please.
I'm supposed to like care about these people when they are just like, war is horrible, but it does give you sort of an authentic life experience that can't be replicated anywhere else. And I'm like, this is your job? Like, fuck off.
Yeah, we're supposed to like love these characters because they're like the only measure of objective truth left in this world. But all this seems to be for them is like a journey of self-actualization. Nothing else. It's just like, a chance to get away from the boring farm or whatever.
Bada bing, bada boom.
The end of this movie is that like Kirsten Dunst's character has to like pass along the war correspondent gene. She has to pass along the war
Whisper
correspondent
of the
talisman
worm
of
schematic.
courage and bravery and photography to
She
Kaylee
gave the gun-
Spaney.
she gave the gun
And she has
too,
to do
right?
that by giving her life so that
I don't
Kaylee
think
Spaney can go on to be her in the future. And then, just keep this, just pay it forward. Just pay forward the war corresponding. And now, okay, at this point, I think we should get to what I have advertised as
The base gun? It didn't give you the
probably
base
the most
gun?
gleeful
Or
experience
craftable
I've had in a
version?
movie theater of the last
Ooh,
year
I'm gonna
or
die.
so, which is the climax of this movie, the last
died.
20 or 30
That's my
minutes.
What does the quest step
Which
say?
I know Alex Garland wanted
Your
this to
first
play
death?
like Way City
Yep.
and Full Metal
As
Jacket.
the
But as
tormentor
I
in this
said,
mission.
what I saw
Oh,
on screen
yeah, those
was
were
one of the
rough.
funniest and most
Knowledgeable,
entertaining
okay.
sequences of
Oh, yeah,
film
it's worth
that
more
like
points.
I've encountered in recent memory. That was a
Some of them are
video
worth more
game
points.
in which we were like, I can't tell you how much
Oh, it
Catherine and I were
disappeared,
laughing
too?
when like
Mhm.
to see
Oh, so I just
monuments
had to
in Washington
live.
D.C. get destroyed,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
best of
yeah.
all,
The first time you see it?
you
Yeah.
see,
That's
like I
funny,
said,
actually.
the press flax of the evil government.
We
just
died
get
to it a few
scoped,
times.
Get
That
Oh, I
was
died.
awesome. That was worth all the
It
time
was,
I spent
it was rough.
torrenting this.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
What does the quest
I
step
love
say?
that.
Does it say go talk to Arismorn again?
She's such a dumbass.
let me
There are like
see.
4 Secret Service agents
Maybe she
left.
gives it to you?
And she's
the
like,
first
okay,
time?
I'm going to negotiate the safe passage of the president. And it's like, what negotiation?
You should get it from
You're
the first
done.
run through.
This is,
Yeah,
this
you're
is
done.
the Fuhrer bunker. You're dead. And then they just fucking pop her. It's awesome.
Okay. The coolest scene is like they're right outside, like the Western forces are like right outside the White House gates. And like Kirsten Dunst and Wagner Moura and Kaylee Spaney are like
Yeah,
over
it
their
says- it
shoulder.
says
They're like crouching
potential
behind a
rewards,
concrete
whisper of the
divider
worm.
as like a 50 cal machine gun just spits
to
bullets
talk to
into
her
like the
again.
defense of the White House.
Okay.
And then like they think the president, they're like the presidential motorcade, the beast, the heavily armored presidential limousine. They're like, they're making a run for it. And this convoy of like armored cars just like tear out of the White House and then just get shot to shit outside on the street by like
That was so
Humvees and
sick.
tanks. And then at one point, there's like a woman in a suit stumbles out of one of the fucking the presidential limousines and just gets
Justin can figure out all those City Skylines games in like 10 seconds.
And I was like,
Put him in
and like the
Destiny,
fact that I know that like Alex
walk into a
Garland is
wall
like
for 5
in his
minutes.
head, did he think that this was going to be like a traumatic sequence? Because to me, it was one of the
For
most
me, it's
life affirming.
Stellaris.
I was just like, yes,
Stellaris
this is
is
how the
a million
Newsom
times
Imperium
simpler in this
starts.
game.
California, yes, you must invade Washington D.C. You must raze it to the
It's the
ground,
exact opposite.
like the British did in 1812. And and I gotta say, I'm gonna preface this by saying, in a movie, in a video game, this is an episode reviewing a movie. But in the scene where they're in the West Wing and they're just like,
I'm gonna be done with these
we're
solar
throwing smoke,
kills so I can
pressing
switch
fire,
back
and
to
just
my-
like you see the
my good gun.
the staff of the Nick Offerman administration just get
That's only 'cause you
riddled
don't
with
have sunshine.
bullets and domed one after the other.
Well, yeah, I
was
chose
just
the
saying
other
under my
one, but I
breath,
can't use it
Matthew
right now
Miller,
because
Anthony
I don't need
Blinken,
Void.
John Kirby.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's so.
And I
cool.
must stress again, in a movie, in my head, not in reality. There is a difference
Yeah, you
between
grab
violence
'em.
in the
It-
movie and violence in my
That's if you want to like
if
make
he
a craftable
wanted to
version
make the best
and
movie
take
ever,
your own
again,
perks on
he
it,
was so close. If it was just like
which,
a
in my opinion,
Matthew
makes it
Lesko
like
stand-in leading the
5% better.
kill every breath
Yeah,
flap.
it's up to you. We have to like
you
do
had
the
all the
mission
pieces. You just couldn't put it together
once or twice more.
Like
and collect a
the
whole bunch of
tanks rolling
things
into
on the
DC
way.
all have flags with question marks
Yeah,
on them.
that's what I felt.
Okay, that's
they just
another.
get it
That
enough.
is one of my biggest.
When I joined
bumps
Seth
of
in
the
his
movie.
his legend
There was no
campaign
fighter
story.
jets. There was like
First Seth's
one
fighter
jets in one
where he kind
scene.
of solo
There's
it.
one scene,
one
there's a flyover.
They don't do anything. What the? So there's an entire civil war.
I think you're gonna
Every
have a rough
state
time in the
has an
room where you have to
air national
actually kill the
guard.
tormentor.
Most of the bigger ones have like
I don't think so.
advanced F-15 EXs.
I'll switch to something
and
else
they
at that
just
point.
never use them. What the fuck?
I am using
Just
Thunderlord.
imagine, like once again, this could have been like
That is really good against Stormhunter, actually. So
because I think we see the
of
Lincoln
the
Memorial,
best
one of the
Jefferson
only- yeah, it's one of the only guns that
Memorial,
actually
one of
stuns
those
the
big,
Stormhunter.
Ionic column buildings in DC get blown up with like a shoulder fired missile. But like there should have been. I wanted to see the Washington Monument fall. I
Yeah.
wanted to see, like you said, an F-15 dropping white phosphorus on the Supreme Court as the judges run out, and they're like, "No, please, we're only judges." Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Oh my
Die.
god.
They just die like dogs.
A
gonna
dog
take it with
fight
you?
between Mark Kelly and a Groiper.
Oh shit!
That would have been awesome.
I just clicked buttons.
But no, he just doesn't have the vision.
It's funny to imagine that the guy launching the shoulder mounted missile at the like Lincoln Memorial was just like, we gotta take out Lincoln. We gotta take out the
Oh,
statue of
look at this
Lincoln."
upgrade loot. Yo, did you guys get this?
He hated civil wars, and we love them.
No, it's got like 6K.
No, but like seeing the presidential limousine get riddled with 50 caliber bullets, seeing the people inside
I
of
couldn't
it
tell you if
crawl
I got
out
it or
like
not on
rats and
Captain
be
Glitter.
shot like dogs in
I
the
won't even
street.
be able to.
I was.
All it'll say is
This
can't pick
really
up. or
felt,
something
again,
stupid.
like in a movie where like the central message is supposed to be America, do not do this.
Why
I
did
left
it
the
spawn me
theater
at the beginning of the
vibrating
fucking
with
level?
bloodlust, and I was like, yes.
I'm curious why.
Kill the dogs.
Yeah.
Chop
what?
the tall trees in Washington D.C.
This it
I'm curious
really
why
makes
I'm
me think of
spawned
like
for looking
Alex
both. I think
Garland.
you're closer to Seth
when
than I am.
January 6th happened, he was like
There are two
acting like
chests
it was
already
9/11, and he was watching it on
Yeah,
TV.
oh, for sure.
Like,
They finished the whole mission already?
oh my god, I
I
can't
don't
believe it.
think so.
They've
Oh,
breached
that's
the-
right.
the
These
doors
missions, they
of
give you like
the-
double
of
chests
the
throughout the
Capitol
whole way
building.
too. Yeah, you get tons of these.
It really is
Giving
like
a legend, you mean?
oh yeah, you don't think
Yeah, I might
January 6th
actually
was a
be
big
further
deal?
behind than I am
What
now, all
about
of a sudden.
this? Like this
Yeah.
is what happened.
But yeah, eventually they fight their way into the White House itself, which is
Okay, now you're right here.
being defended by a cadre of like a half dozen Secret
Oh,
Service.
you did
agents,
this mission
which is
already,
another
Don,
thing that I
didn't
think
you?
is really funny.
Yeah, I was
It's like
suiciding
once again,
in the
it
hope
sort
that
of
it would spawn
I don't
me
know.
near him.
I really feel like they probably would have gone
Yeah,
home
that's
or
fine.
just surrendered. I mean,
Yeah.
they're the Secret Service. They're not, come on. I know they're supposed to take a bullet for the president, but they
remember
cannot
where we go
exactly
from here.
fend off a
No,
full military
I don't
assault on
either.
the
I
White
came from
House,
that
even with the
direction.
small caliber submachine guns that they're armed with. But yeah, the scene of the White House press secretary is just like, we'd like to negotiate terms of
I know
our
at some point we
surrender.
have to get here.
Will you guarantee the
feel like
president
it's
safe
that-
passage? And then they're like,
that
nope,
door, but we just
bye-bye.
can't get through it. I feel like it's this door.
That was so funny to me because it's like, what do you think this is?
No.
Like what
You're
what
so
leg
fucked.
do you have to stand on
I mean, he'll
in
hit
negotiations here?
He'll hit a load point that'll
the
fool us
norms
eventually.
of the United States.
I'm coming backwards.
Yeah.
Peaceful transfer of power.
Yeah, let's be
You're like,
civil
okay,
here.
but,
Come on.
but before President Ron Swanson surrenders,
We're in the main,
we
like, you know,
are
like you
willing
open
to
the
appear
door
at
to
the
the main
inauguration
hangar
of the
bay,
President Gavin
which is
Newsom
like
of
where
the
you
Western
spawned in.
Forces.
Yeah, we want a good seat.
Yeah.
So, and like it's basically just like it's like similar to the Bin Laden raid. It's like a mad dash of guys like 3 at a time trying to get through a door to canoe the president. But crucially, the journalists just want to take a picture of the president right before they put a bullet in his head. And
This direction that I came from. I think this is how
watching
you
this
get back
sequence
to the
of the
main
White
hangar
House
bay.
be riddled with bullets. It was burst, and it took me out of it in the scene where Kirsten Dunst sacrifices her life to save Kaylee Spaney and allow her to get the best war photo of
There's
all
this
time.
big drop down
Which is a
area
sequence
over
of
here.
3
You
shots
get
in a
to
row
that.
of Kirsten Dunst dying.
can't- we've
Yeah,
really
And I was
not
just like,
left
oh
the
wait,
entrance.
I don't care about these people anymore.
How?
Yeah.
Why would that be like the most important thing? Like, oh my
Because
god,
of the story behind it.
oh my god, the
I
photo
think your best
lady
bet is
died. Presumably, like
You're
100
gonna
million
miss out
people
on the chest.
died, but you killed
Yeah.
the photo lady.
Yeah.
Wow, this war
No.
was really
I mean, they'll
bad.
go to John's
It's
postmaster.
like the ending of Soy Cuba happens
Oh,
where they're
wait.
like moving the coffin
Is this
through
the way
the
to get to you?
streets and everyone stops. But like
Find it.
at this
I think
point,
so.
I was
So
like,
if you
oh,
go
this movie's just the
back in
opposite
the
of the Zone of
hangar-
Interest.
Oh,
it's
and
like
then up.
the people in the
Yeah.
house are like
I remember
us
this
watching the
part. It's
movie,
just
and
when you do it
it's
in the
being like,
normal mission,
if
there's
you can
enemies
just get
shooting
like
at
a
you, so
sick
you know
enough
where to go.
picture of like an atrocity, it'll fix everything. And like
remember it
that's
now.
like I feel like that
That's
was
why I
part
did
of
this
the
like 3
message
times.
of this
well,
movie
probably
is like
4,
a
and
camera
I don't
can be
remember
more
this
powerful
whatsoever.
than a gun. And isn't it-
I took the
and isn't
opposite
it
message from this
interesting?
movie.
Yeah,
I
and
remember
isn't it
thinking,
interesting
like,
that
oh,
but we
man,
call it
this is
shooting
shitty level
even
design.
on with both things, and it's so like it's so stupid.
Yeah, they do that with like, especially with the final scene of the scene right before Kirsten Dunst dies. They really try to draw a parallel between shooting a gun and shooting a camera by like, look, she's part of the fire team, and
This
these
jumping should be a
pictures are
breeze for you
stronger than
after
any bullet.
Yeah, picking support in like a
Jumping in
like
the last
team
mission I just
shooter.
did.
It's like when you take pictures, it heals your teammates.
I can't wait for
It gives them a perception buff.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the
This is where the Tormentor
Civil
was,
War
not
Valorant crossover where they introduce Kirsten
Kidding.
Dunst's character
Actually, this
to that
jumping is apparently
game.
harder.
When you're in the lobby, it's like, guys, we can't all be we need a combat.
I was always
soldier. We
curious.
need
All
at least
these
one.
doors they have, like you can't
You got to
open.
be
God
the
damn it.
journalist last time.
Did they ever like? Was
Not
there
fair.
a plan to expand it
It's the most
eventually?
sought after class.
And like, and the way, and like, because like in the assault on the White House, which I gotta say, this is a genre of movies I'm a fan of. Obviously, Olympus Has Fallen with
is there
Gerard
loot
Butler,
here?
one of my favorite movies. White House Down,
Where?
not so great.
Where the two
But I gotta
chests are?
say, the White House sequence in this movie, I think, really ups the game, and I'm
I
willing
see
to give Alex Garland credit for that,
You don't
even
see
if
the
it's not
chest?
entirely
Do you see the
so
chest jump?
intended.
Maybe
But,
John
like,
got here on
they're
time.
like shooting it out in the hallways of the West Wing. You know,
4,000
just be like, hey, a couple months ago they were doing a walk
You're
and talk
rich.
here. Now they're doing a shoot
Yeah.
and kill.
Hooray.
and like Kaylee Spaney's character to get the perfect shot, like gets way
Parkour.
out in the middle of the hallway
I always,
with
like-
no cover, just to like take a
Yeah.
stupid picture. And
Space
Of
Kirsten
an
stuff
empty
they do in this
hallway
game.
because there's
Yeah,
no
but
one in it at that point.
What?
What was
And
the
Kirsten
point of
Dunst,
that
like-
scene? To symbolize that her character's stupid?
yeah. And Kirsten Dunst pushes her out of the way and gets shot and is killed. And like, but not before
Now I
Kaylee
can't
Spaney
see
from
the
the
stuff that just
ground
spawned
takes like
over here.
3 shots of her dying. Like,
And-
Robert Capa in the Spanish Civil War.
This is another scene that I was like, very
Oh, yeah, this is
similarly
legend.
to the old
I'm
guy
mad at
dying. There's an earlier scene where
Goofy.
Kaylee Spaney asks Kirsten Dunst,
I was like, wow, he's
um,
tanky.
if I died and got shot, would you take a picture of me and like put it in the Atlantic?
I feel like they got
She's like,
stronger now that you guys are here.
Yeah.
Or, yeah,
and
They did.
it's
that's my
I was
pledge
like,
to you.
okay, so that's how
Yeah.
that's how
Just
Kirsten
die
Dunst is
at
gonna
all.
die.
This
This is one of the only things in the
obviously,
game that
and
scales.
lo and behold, it is. And but the
missions.
picture isn't even good. It's like a bad picture.
It
Oh,
looks,
the
it
headshots
looks
don't
like
kill
he
anymore?
tripped in the
Yeah,
picture.
it really
The headshots with
it's
the sniper
mostly
used
the
to kill.
ceiling and
Well,
like,
earlier, I don't know if you remember this, but earlier in the movie, when they're like in
We're
the
here to make it
town,
harder
with
for
the
you.
war is seemingly
Yeah.
untouched. They like go to some like odds and end shops, and like she tries on a dress and feels like a woman again. She feels like a human being. And Kaylee Spaney's like, "Can I take your photo?" And because she's a photojournalist, she feels very uncomfortable. Like, oh, like I should be the one taking the photos. I'm not comfortable being photographed myself. So what she does is she tells them you look. She tells Kirsten Dunst, you look beautiful when you smile. And then right as she smiles,
Wonder if
she takes the
John's
photo.
solar
It's like the
whipping pills
classic
count for
people
me.
before and after they're told they're beautiful,
Oh.
and you see them light up. And then at the end of the movie, it's just like the same thing, except it's a bullet.
Yeah,
It's like people before and after they told they're going to be shot.
yeah. Do you think that like part of the I felt
which
like
button was
this
melee.
was
Oh, I was like,
the
is the keyboard
entire
broken
like
too?
passing of the torch thing.
No.
It's something that you see in a lot of movies
But
that are
C
like
is
this
not a very intuitive
that
melee
feature
button.
like like a 45-year-old
On keyboard, I don't think anything's
where
really
there's like a
intuitive for
subtext
anything
of
besides
like
spacebar and jump.
well,
Honestly,
like this woman like never had.
I don't even
kids,
use
so
spacebar to
she
jump. I use my
pretty
mouse
much
button to jump
ruined
because I
her
like it
life.
better.
But we're gonna
Yes.
kill her, and like her role is gonna be given to a younger woman who presumably can like not be.
Oh, we do
a
it down
like
somewhere,
this
don't we?
bitch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's-
the
No, no.
the
Down-
subtext
down the
is like, all
side.
right, let's get to move on. We got to get you out of the
Except that's
way.
what a good
Like,
better
Get
idea.
this old bitch out
There
of
was a
here.
marker.
there needs to be a new woman.
The end of the movie should have been like a newspaper headline that says "Civil War over," and then just like right under it in like a slightly lower column, "New woman discovered."
No, and then
Role
lower-
of national woman passes from Kirsten Dunst to Kaylee Spaney.
and there's the picture is like in the lower corner. You can see like 10 women after being told they're beautiful. It's the first picture of Kirsten Dunst from earlier.
But of course, the denouement of this film is when they actually get into the Oval Office
Maybe just go back
itself.
now.